What's going on, peoples? It's your boy Kenny, man. We're back over here on O.B.F. The Real. I'm here with one of the squad members. What up, OG?
Hey, how you doing today, sir?
Same old shit, man. uh, Listen, I want to say this too. I'm going to fix that intro for y'all. I'm waiting on Shay to send me a goddamn picture. She still ain't sent me the damn picture yet, so I'm still waiting on her to send me that picture. I'm gonna hit Shay up and let her know about that shit. She still ain't sent me that goddamn picture yet, so I can uh have her on the squad, and so
Hey,
I can
come on, Shay.
take
What you waiting for?
take Bell off of that motherfucker. And I still got. I think Frank sent me one too. I gotta look. Let me see. I think Frank did send me one. Frank did send me one because he got his shit just like damn near like what's his name? Goddamn his photo look just like goddamn LT shit. Let me check his shit. Cause I think he did send me one. Let me see here. Yeah. Frank did send me one. So I got Frank. I'm just waiting on Shay. Cause I'm gonna do a new intro for y'all and everything. New
Well,
design,
appreciate
new
that.
look.
Shay, you got to get a move on, honey.
Yeah, Shay bullshitting and shit. I'm gonna stay on Shay and shit about that shit. She better not come up in this motherfucking chat because I'm gonna tell her, hey, send me the goddamn picture.
You can multitask.
Yeah. Shit, you can put a mask on if you want when you take the picture. For all I give, fuck, your name's still gonna be up there, Shay. But yeah, so and see, this is the shit I, you know what, and you know the crazy part about it though, like I understood why Kwame Brown was going at the Stephen A and them and shit, right? But I haven't seen the clip yet of what L Boogie was talking about. So where he defending Candace Owens and shit. So I don't know like the. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. So
Matter
I
of
don't want to.
fact, I'll write that down because right now I'm a little scatterbrained with all that's going on, but I'll write that down to make sure I do that.
Yeah. Uh. So I don't want to speak on that shit until I actually watch the clip or video or whatever.
Yeah,
Cause I
exactly.
don't I don't know. Cause people could be taking that shit just because people could be taking that shit out of content. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, well, like you said, you know what? You don't want to misspeak. You don't want to prejudge. You want to see it for yourself and digest it and analyze the situation for yourself
hold
and
on.
form your
What's the
opinion
name?
on what you just saw.
Hold on. LT, you say you it ain't no sound. I don't know how the hell you ain't got no. Ain't no. Y'all don't hear me out there. Hmm, give me a minute here. Oh yeah, and we over 100 subscribers over here on OBF the Real too. I meant to tell everybody that. So we appreciate everybody, coming over, showing love. We got sound over here. Is your ass LT? We got sound over here. Is your ass LT? His LT ain't got no motherfucking sound. You know his shit ain't right down there. We in Texas or something? You know y'all motherfuckers down there. They don't give a fuck about y'all gas electric down there. You that lady care about y'all internet.
Ted Cruz hauling ass to Mexico.
Yeah, y'all better get on them Republicans about y'all internet. Hey, what up, True? My man True from New York up in the building. What up, True? You listen, man. Hey, True, you gotta send me some more music and shit so I can make a video, bro, so I can start using it up here. I need you to send me an intro. Like I need an intro for me, nigga. You know what I mean? Make a song so I can use it as my intro for me. Speak on your boy. You know what I'm saying? You know I do the editing shit behind the scenes, but I can't. There's certain music I could fuck with it that I can't. To use an intro and shit. But I need something for me. Put my name in that bitch. And speak on the channel or something. All right, bro. I appreciate it. But listen, yeah. So I don't want to speak on the Kwame Brown shit because I don't him defending Canizons and shit. So I'm not gonna speak on that. Like, cause I haven't seen the video. I asked somebody to send me the video. I think it was L. I told him send me a clip of that shit so I can, what I mean. We can listen to it right now. You know what I mean. I'll put that shit on. And let us listen to it. But I don't know exactly what clip because I am subscribed to his YouTube channel, but I haven't seen anything where he was defending um Canazones or whatever they change. Because like I said, people could be taking that shit out of content. Because you gotta think about it. Like I even remember I said on the show and shit, I got some motherfuckers hit me up like, yo, you defending Canazones? Hell no. I just saying some shit that she says is right. It's just that she the wrong person to deliver the message. Cause she's a sellout. You get what I mean? Like she's not a right
Well,
black person to be talking about that shit. Every time you talk about black people, you try to discredit us if we don't agree with your right wing ideology. I guess I don't know, but come on now.
yeah, like they say, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
All right, hold on. All right, true. Yeah, yeah. Send me that. Send me that ASAP. He said he got a track about police brutality. So big up to my man True from New York. He does do that music shit, man. Y'all see him when I put that one video up. I mean that one little shit that I did for him. Fuck. Make sure I get the name right. I'll be fucking up. Oh shit, I didn't even put the name up on here. But that's one of my favorite songs that he got and shit. But I can't think of the name of the fucking song. And I thought I put it up there, but I didn't. My bad. But yeah, one of my favorite songs. I play it on the show a lot. You know what I'm saying? When I do commercials and shit, I go ahead and play that shit. But yeah, what you were saying, OG?
You know what? I forgot, Kenny.
You
I'm
smoking that
sorry, man.
shit, man. Smoking that motherfucking good. But nah,
Hey,
but listen,
I got my car, my man.
you smoking that motherfucking good.
So I could sit outside on my patio and not worry about if the neighbors call the police on me. I got my card.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, I just said I don't know if we can talk about that Kwame Brown shit. No, you know what I mean. Anybody in the chat that seen that shit? All right, yeah, you gonna email it to me. All right, good. And it might be better to email. Well, it might be better to email me or text me that shit. I don't know. I forgot because I be doing so much shit. I be forgetting how I be producing shit sometimes or creating shit. I swear I do. Until I actually get to start doing it and shit. I be doing so much different shit that bring so much shit together. But yeah, I wish anybody in the chat seen that Kwame Brown shit where he was defending Candace on. Send me that link, send me that video. Send me that link. I'll play that shit right now so we can talk about it, go through it. But until then, I can't really talk about that nigga. Cause he might make me stop. His ass might make me stop fucking with him. You know what I mean? I'm consistent,
Yeah, I
nigga. If you
got you, man.
if you
I
out of
know what you're
pocket on
saying,
some
man.
shit, if you wrong, I don't defend. Like you start defending coonery and racism and shit. I don't give a fuck how much good shit you say. I'll cut that shit, nigga. I won't fuck with you no more.
No, man, I feel the same way. You know, you got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything.
All right, I got
You
it.
know,
True. Go ahead. What you saying?
no, I agree with you. You know, I mean, but It's great to. It's better to be aware, instead of. I like people telling us exactly who they are, aka your Trump supporters. I like knowing what they stand for and believe in instead of hiding behind it. Be
Yeah,
you. So I could form my honest opinion. I won't rock with them, but at least I know. Hey, you know what? That's one crazy motherfucker over there. Don't fuck with
like I
that some
said,
bitch.
I'm gonna treat you like you treat me. You get what I mean? I'm to the point of where like, yo, I do have a choice if I want to be around you or not. You get what I mean? Like, I don't want to have no interaction with you. Just leave me be. I don't got no problem. Listen, I don't have a problem with racist people. I don't. I don't have a problem with really anybody. But just stay the fuck away from me. Like seriously, if you got that much hate in your heart, just stay away from me, man. I'm not the dude to be. Listen, man. I don't fuck what color skin you are. You you on some coonery or some racist shit. I can't fuck with you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Morally
I
I
judge
can't.
a person by their, yeah, I judge a person by their ideology and what they believe in and how they treat people. I mean everything else is irrelevant to me. You know, I mean at the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference. I've had many different types of friends. Uh, races, straight, lesbian, yada yada yada. You go down the list. And the true character of a person is who they are. I'd rather someone be honest and hey, I could respect that, but I don't rock with that.
Right. And make sure people y'all donate to the Cash App. The Cash App is down there. We're doing the Cash App. Thank OG because OG is the one that pushed me to do it. Finally, O.B.F. the real. You go on Cash App. You can donate whatever you can. People, we appreciate anything. If it's a quarter, nigga, we good with that. I don't know if they allow you to put a quarter on that bitch, but I think you got at least put $5 or $2 or something. I think it's something like that. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think
everything counts. Everything's appreciated. Go ahead. What you saying?
yeah, and it all goes like Weezy would say. It all helps the algorithm, and when people start donating to the Cash App, besides donating to a cause, that we believe in, it helps the
Yeah,
algorithm, which puts it out to more people, uh, and it gives more people the opportunity to view it and become part of the OBF family.
yeah, and you
Instead
gotta
of
understand. I don't mean cut you off, but and you gotta understand. I'm not gonna take no money from YouTube. So they don't have no control over what I say. They already censor you anyway about certain shit that you can say anyway. You know what I mean? So as raw as y'all think I be, shit, it's plenty. I could be even more raw, but they censor you to say certain shit on the platform. You get what I'm saying? So on it's they it's they shit. But I create the channel on that, so it's really mine. But at the same time, they like to go into business with you to censor you. So I don't get no checks or nothing like that from YouTube. You know what I mean? So donating to the channel, you actually donate to the channel. You ain't gotta worry about me changing. You know how you see a lot of YouTubers now, they ain't saying certain shit now. They ain't as aggressive. They got I gotta watch what I say on here. Like you get what I mean? Like, come on.
just come on and say it. We all know Kenny ain't no sellout. Kenny's gonna be him. That's why we rock with you.
Yeah. Like I said,
You know,
listen,
you're
I'm
you're
not I'm listen, I'm
you're
not knocking.
unapologetically you.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to knock other brothers and sisters or whoever that allow themselves to be censored in that way because they trying to get a check. I mean, I'm not looking at it as a sellout thing. I just look at it as just that you ain't fully being all the way genuine. That's how I look at it. Like, you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Well, you know what,
So,
and you're right. You should reel me back in because you know what? Who am I to judge? What's someone's motivation behind? And I don't know their financial needs or whatever. You
right,
know,
and they might
maybe
be
I was out of
genuine
pocket
about
on that.
just they it might be. Listen, and I keep saying this, not cut you off, but I keep saying this. Listen, the reason that a lot of them do actually start taking money from YouTube, yeah, it's a money thing, but at the same time, they want to reach a certain level of people of getting the material that they want to get out. So you know what I mean. So the more you the more you cut down on certain rhetoric, right? They can put the YouTube will push your shit so it can reach other people, and that's part of their reason of why they okay with being censored a little bit, and that's fine. That's okay. But I just if we ain't gonna be 100, like I don't want to do this shit if I can't be 100. That's why you don't see
You
me do
know,
shit on Facebook. I don't Facebook live. People ask me all the time, why you don't go Facebook live? You probably get way more views. Like because they censor you over there. I really can't go over that bitch. I say too much shit that they block every video I do. Fuck out here. Like you for real, for real. Like so, that's why I don't fuck around with Facebook like that. So I mean, I don't even fuck with Instagram. Motherfuckers be getting censored and silence over there. Bad enough. I know certain, and plus I'm good with the platform I'm at because I know what I can and can't say on this platform, right? So, but I still put it in a raw ass way where is no like I'm not uh apologizing for what I'm saying. I just know I can't go as far as I really want to go. But that's fine. I'm raw enough. Like the shit I say is raw enough, so I'm good with it. So yeah, and I don't think I have changed since even when they put in these rules and shit like that. Like I said, a lot of times I got censored or shut down or suspended and shit. It ain't because of the shit that I said. Only one time that happened, and I checked YouTube for that shit. It was like, how the fuck is this anti-Semitic shit when I'm talking about the truth about Jewish people? I didn't say all Jewish people. I said some. That was the only time I had an issue really with Facebook, far as like speech. Like you get what I'm saying? Something that I said, and so. But other than that, it mainly came from Maggie McCain interview, blocking my shit. I used some shit that it was a copyright, shit like that. Like, but other than what I said, I'm not usually getting strikes or shut down. The channel gets shut down on no shit that I usually say. But anyway, so what you think about the whole shit with what you heard over there on Opinion But Facts? That shit I let everybody hear. How these Trump supporters, like when I first heard the Trump supporters say that shit of George Floyd um, was a criminal, a drug addict, and shit like that, and he that was his first reaction to that shit, and I was like, where did you hear that from? And then when I heard that, I said that's from Candace Owens. I heard that from Candace Owens, the first person I heard on the right that says that, and I could be wrong, but that's the first person I heard say that shit, and I did a video on that. So that's where I heard it from, and it comes from our own people saying that bullshit, and that and that's the to change the narrative of what actually really truly happened. This man was murdered. Like on one hand, you can't say yeah, it was a tragedy, he got murdered and that was fucked up, but then say well he was, but he still was a drug addict. He still was a criminal. That don't matter. He was murdered. But you know how crazy this is though. But everybody, these motherfuckers, same people like Candace Owens, all of them, they praise Rush Limbaugh. Rush
yep,
Limbaugh was a criminal. Rush Limbaugh was a fucking drug addict.
the Moxies.
Like, yeah, yeah, like I mean, he like, and the only reason he even got out of a lot of the shit that he got out of because he done went to jail if he ain't had no money. If that was a regular person, they ass would have went to jail off some shit that he did. That's like they had him for trafficking drugs. That's what he got charged
Yep.
with. And Candace, I don't see her speaking on that. You praising this race, and he was a racist.
Yep.
Come on, man. Like that's what I be saying.
The guy
That's why I
did.
don't even
I can't
hold on.
even think of.
That's why I don't even understand why anybody would ever defend Candace Owens. She's a hypocrite. She's not genuine. She's phony. Because, like I said, if you can't be consistent of your attacks on people, right? Like I'm consistent. Well, at least try to be, right? She's not consistent. Every time I hear her talking, she shit on black folks. And if you're a white Democrat, oh, and the reason she's saying that is because you got the niggers on your side. All the black people over there, ugh. They on a slave plantation. Bitch, what you think you on? Oh, 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 ugly bitch. I can't stand Candace Owens, dude. Go ahead. Go ahead, OG. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
You know, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, at first I used to think that she believed what the hell she was saying, and then I came to the conclusion that she's just after the bag. And then at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter if she actually believes what the hell she's saying or if she's after the bag. You just got to call a thing a thing. I mean, in my opinion, she's an opportunistic. She's just looking for the bag. She's willing to step on anyone and everyone, um, and it's just about her. And she found a platform. She knew that, hey, you know what? In this hyper tense culture that we're in, this all this racism and bigotry that's going on, that's just getting shoved down our throats on the daily that we experience. You know, instead
Right.
of uh, instead of deciding to call a thing and be a hero for justice and actually just speak the truth or even her honest opinion, you know, she was like, hey, you know what? I have no pride, no self respect. I'm just after the money. And, I'm only worried about me. So, I mean, that's my opinion
Like you
on the
like
situation.
I wouldn't have a problem if Candace Owens is consistent. Of like I talk about the fucked up shit that black people do to one another. You know what I mean? What I don't like what goes on in our community. I talk about that shit all the time. I don't sugarcoat it or nothing. I'll probably be as probably raw than she do. You get what I mean? But
There's nothing
But at
wrong
least
with
I
speaking the
praise
truth,
my
but
people. At least I praise my
right,
people or try to bring them some type of like I don't try to tell them like, no, you gotta come over here and sell out and that'll make you a better black person. No, we don't have to act like that to be better in the eyes of white supremacy. Fuck out of here.
right. Every stance that she takes, it seems to uh, put down black people and lift up the white supremacy talking points. That's my opinion. That's what I've observed over the time,
And,
time
and,
and time again,
and
I
how
should
do
say.
you side with people that tells you that basically being a multicultural culture, a country, is bad for the culture of America? How do you side with that? You
That
understand what
was,
I'm saying?
exactly.
So you can't tell me
This
that
is,
you with everybody when you side with people that says shit like that. That basically telling you if it ain't white culture, you know.
yep, like you hear in the South a lot. If it ain't white, it ain't right. You
Mm-hmm.
hear that so often. You'll see that on these pickup trucks with these flags with the rebel flag, and if it ain't white, it ain't right, or and then just I mean all sorts of stuff. Shotgun
Listen,
racks in the back of pickup trucks.
right. Listen, if you, I don't care who you are, right? As a black person, if I start hearing black people start disrespecting Martin Luther King, I'm already like I'm done. Do I agree with everything that Martin Luther King did? No, but I would never disrespect Martin Luther King like that. Like you get what I'm saying? Like when I don't give a fuck if you just pro black motherfucker and you start disrespecting Martin Luther King, nigga, you lose me. Do you get what I'm saying? So why would I accept that shit from a buck dancing sellout coon ass bitch like Candace Owens? How you disrespect a black leader?
For the bag. You know,
And that thing about the company that she keeps, that a side that allowed you to do that, that should let you know everything about Candace Owens. Like, like Candace, like they allowing you, they okay with you even shitting on Martin Luther King. When Martin Luther King did way more for black people than any of your white slave owners that you like to love and kiss ass to. Rush Limbaugh, I mean, they was praising this dude like he Martin Luther King or something. He the white Martin Luther King. Like, get the fuck out of here. This dude was a boner. He came up off of racism, nigga. All he spilled was racism.
Yep, and he had a
And he was
long career
popular for
doing
that.
that too.
Yeah, he was
Yep.
popular for that shit. He made
I
millions of
think from
dollars
the
off of that
90s,
shit.
from like
Yeah.
the 90s. So this guy
Listen,
had a
you know
long
that you
career.
let me explain something to you. You know when you are when you are a true racist when motherfucking the NFL Network or ESPN kick you off of being racist. Like, come on. He got fired from fucking I think he was on Monday Night Football or something. He was doing something like he was a correspondent or something. And this motherfucker, they kicked his ass off. He didn't even last a whole season. The fuck out of
This is,
here. They fired him for being racist.
you
Go
might
ahead, bro.
not
I'm sorry.
remember this, and that reminds me of the same thing that the legendary broadcaster Howard Cosell. I don't know if you remember who he was, but I mean, he was on Monday Night Football. He called a lot of Muhammad Ali fights. He was
Yeah, yeah,
everywhere.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And he was comparing. Basically, he called black athletes monkeys and gorillas,
Yeah.
something like that, live on Monday Night Football. You know what? And they got rid of his ass.
Yeah. Listen, a lot of
but
them are
but I
racist.
mean, yep, that's what I'm saying. And that's the two ways to divide people is through class division and race. And America, or
Does a
the
great job
people
of that.
who have, yeah, exactly. I mean, they teach classes in it. I mean, they're running circles around everyone because that's what they have been doing, is dividing everyone.
Yeah,
When
like
I
when a
see,
motherfucker sit there in school and they trying to change the curriculum of talking about what actually really happened with slavery, trying to ignore that part. That's a
yep,
definition of just they good of rewriting history. Like, you don't
yep,
get rid of
like,
that because it makes you uncomfortable. Listen. I don't even like talking about slavery. I don't like watching slave movies. You get what I'm saying? It makes me uncomfortable as a black person. You get what I'm saying? So the fuck I care about some white people being uncomfortable of their kids getting taught about slavery in school. You don't think black
like
people
you
are
said,
uncomfortable talking about that shit?
we want to
The
spare
fuck out of
little,
here.
junior's feelings, and like you said, whitewash and rewrite history,
And I don't even
because
think it's not about the kids. They uncomfortable. The grown ass adults are uncomfortable. White adults, these white adults are scared to talk about it or have their kid know the truth.
right,
So when the
exactly.
kid get old
They're
enough and they hear that racist shit that they hear in their house, mom, that ain't right. Dad, that ain't right. They don't want their kids second guessing their fucked up racist behavior. That's all it is.
exactly.
That's
Yep,
all that
you
is.
nailed it. You nailed it. That's exactly what it is.
It ain't got nothing to do with those fucking kids. It's like I said, kids are pure. They come in the world pure. They don't have no judgments and shit like that. They only have all that shit once they start learning and you start teaching them and they
They're
start
gonna get,
picking up
and you know what?
behaviors.
The sad thing is, Kenny, that they're going to get even more desperate. I saw this statistic um, several years ago, and I was googling when is the majority going to be the minority, and they're saying by the year 2040, 2038 to 2040, there's going to be more minorities. The minorities are going to be the majority, and the white people are going to be the minority.
Actually, that shit is gonna happen in the next I say 8 to 10 years. It's not even gonna be that
Hopefully,
long.
but
No,
but
no, it
but
is
you
not gonna be a
see,
whole. No, see, no, hold on. It's not gonna be. It's not. Hopefully, it's going to happen. It's no matter. No, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter anyway. Anyhow, of they try to slow the process down or
Right, but that's
change
why.
rules or whatever they may do.
But that's why.
I tell you one
But
fucking
that's
thing
why
I
we
can
see
say
the.
about the Mexican people. The Mexican people are fucking. Okay, they fucking. Okay, you ain't stopping that unless you're gonna do some Chinese shit, some shit from China, and they say that you only can have two babies and shit. Unless they gonna bring that law, and I guarantee you, shit, white people, they ain't gonna bring that law. They not gonna have that because they're gonna be like, oh damn, we can't have more kids. Listen, the Mexicans are fucking. You ain't gotta bring no more immigrants into the country. They fucking. Listen, when you see a Mexican family, nigga, they about least five deep. Okay? And they got an infant in they motherfucker. The wife got an infant in her hand, in her arms and shit. She got two little essays on the side of her. Okay? One in the stroller. You feel me?
It's like it's like if I'm gonna have to work all day, I'm gonna get some pootie tang at night.
Shit. That Mexican dude coming home tearing that ass up. Okay? Mexicans are fucking. Okay? The one thing about Mexicans, the reason that nobody ever say anything about Mexicans having a whole bunch of babies and shit is because they usually family orientated. You get what I'm saying? Because they come from that, right? So it's always a mother and father there. You get what I'm saying? That's how their culture is. You get what I'm saying? Even if they got a side bitch,
Yep.
they not leaving they not leaving their family. That's why I don't be understanding about niggas and shit. Go ahead, your little side bitch, but don't leave your family. Okay? But niggas be like,
Yep.
no, she treat me better. It's love over there. Nigga, take your punk ass home, nigga. Like, fuck wrong with you? You gonna destroy your whole family for some pussy because she treats you better? Fuck out of here, nigga. That's how relationships work. And then you get with her, and then the shit don't work out. You get about two kids with her, and then that's y'all break up in about 2 years. Get the fuck out of here, dude. But see, that's the culture of like Black Americans. We got this culture of did be baby daddies and shit. They think that's what black people, all of us, is about. But it's partly true. But it's mainly because black men was kicked out the household. You get what I'm saying? Like it was to a point that
We
where
already
like
know. I mean, it
you
all
couldn't
goes
you could
back.
yeah, like if they got locked up, say your husband got locked up or your man got locked up, the baby daddy or whatever got locked up, and he come home and shit, right? And your woman
Yep.
on welfare, she working a job, but she getting shit from the government and shit. They tell her, hey, you can't let him in the house. He a felon, and if you do that, we're gonna cut down this and we're gonna do this, and we're not gonna get like that shit was on purpose.
Yep. Exactly.
So, you know,
It's the system working how it's designed.
right,
I mean, this is what history teaches us. They purposely incarcerate minorities in this country at a higher rate than Caucasians. I mean, those are facts. To not to sound like Wheezy or anything, but those are facts. Um, and they pay. If you look up the statistics, minorities make less on the general than white women, which make less than white men.
right,
So, besides the systematic racism that's within law enforcement and throughout every system, um, in the United States, from housing, I mean, you could go down the list. The predatory practices. You go to poor sections of town and you have these buy here, pay here car lots, that could charge you an exorbitant amount of interest. You know, um, it's all a system, to persecute minorities. So a certain class of people can still be superior, at least in their eyes, and they're very uncomfortable because the climate is shifting, people's minds is changing, people are opening their eyes, even with like the social media, the advent of the internet just really helped people to get outside of their own bubble. You had the ability to research and look up things that you were interested in, and you can go to so many different avenues to find the truth. Now, don't get it wrong. There's tons of misinformation out there, and you got to strategically filter through it, because that's how a lot of people become. Uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Fanatical.
Mm-hmm.
They could fall into, you know, white supremacy and this and that, and get radicalized.
Right.
There's a lot of truth, but you know what they did. How corrupt the system is. And the whole censoring. They're trying to take down more of like truth telling platforms, as opposed to, you see a lot of the right wing platforms are still up and thriving, and they got like the most views and the most clicks,
Yeah.
but they're
And I listen,
deplatforming. You know,
I tell people with the statistics that they don't tell you about black and white people is that if you really look at statistics, like say in your state, right, it's more black people that get pulled over, get tickets, than white people. They stop white people, and listen, and we know that a lot of these police officers, they lie to give you a ticket. They pull you over for anything. They think you look suspicious. They will pull you over if you're a black person. That's a fact. That's a statistic that's out there. White people do not get pulled over like black people. Even if you ain't in a fuck, because they always say, well, it depends what neighborhood that you in. If you living in a crime infested neighborhood, you get pulled over. No, nigga, black people usually get pulled over anywhere they go. More than white people. That's just a fact. And
yeah,
usually they give you tickets. Listen. The system is already rigged against black people, and I keep saying that. And then to our white counterparts understand that, then we're gonna have an issue. Because if you don't want to believe in statistics, you know what the crazy shit about it? These people will rather read online, right? Of a conspiracy theories that they didn't even fact check, right?
right, because they're
QAnon,
in denial.
right, on QAnon, but they don't believe in the government. And mind you, that same government that they don't believe in don't attack white people. That same government that they talk about less government is the same fucking government that took down Martin Luther King. That's the same government that assassinated um Malcolm X. That's the same government that took down Black Wall Street. This is the same government that took down the Black Panthers. This same government. And I have never seen the government go into a white neighborhood and take down their people. That is not happening in their neighborhoods. They are fucking lying when they even talk about less government. All they're talking about when they say less government, what they saying is they don't want the government to make things equally. Okay? That's all that is. They don't want black and minority people to be on the same playing level that they are on. So when they talk about less
Yeah,
government, that's all they're saying. Because
it's
now,
like,
if the government got a playing field of things are going to be equally across the board, no matter what race, gender you may be, or who you having sex with, or not you're gay or not, everything's equal. If you're religious or you're not religious, everybody's equally and getting treated equally. That's a problem for them. Because, like I said, nobody in these rural states, they bitch and complain about a lot of fucking shit that they shouldn't even be complaining about. Especially Trump supporters. Ain't nothing in your fucking state has changed. Because it's ran by the Republicans, the same motherfuckers that you vote for. Nothing's changed in your state. And what do you worry about another state for when you don't live there? I never
they'll vote
understood that.
against their they'll vote against their own interest to feed their racism. That racism, that whole pride thing. You know, you see it over here in the South. Weezy probably sees it where he's at. You know, it's not uncommon, even though I live right by the beach. Could you imagine that? I live like in one of the top 10 or top 20 worldwide destinations for vacation, where people come from all over the world. So working on the beach for so many years, I get to meet so many people. Um, where, damn it, I just lost my train of thought, Ken. What were we talking about?
We just
Is that
talking.
is that
Listen,
medicine?
yeah, I know. But we just talked. Oh, let me shout out. Let me shout out Donna in the chat room. What up, baby? She said hi Kenny. What up? She said and OG. Um, what up, Donna, babe?
Yeah, how you doing,
Appreciate you
Donna?
in the chat. Appreciate you in the room. Um, but yeah, listen. Just like because I be trying to understand this. Like Megan, like you, if you hear like Megan McCain and shit, she always say like, we want, I want less government. I don't want the government telling me what to do. But you okay with the government telling people what they can and can't do with their bodies though. Oh, listen, it's only they only like the government when it benefits them. When they can use the
Yep,
government to change laws the way they want it. That's all that is. You never hear a Democrat person ever say we don't want the government involved. You never hear that. We want less government. But you only hear that shit from right wing nut jobs. But it's all false narratives because they only want
exactly.
the government involved when it benefits them. But when it goes against their fucked up beliefs of how they treat others or being in other people's lives, telling them what they can and can't do, then they with the government. Fuck out of here.
Well, they see
Just
they're
like just like
terrified.
when you have them protesters and shit, and they got to call in the National Guard. They okay with the government getting involved in that though.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like you got to be consistent. Talking about
Well, we
less
see the
government.
desperation.
But then they say less
Uh,
government. They should just say we don't want government involved in shit that benefits us. They should just say that. They shouldn't say, "Oh, we want less government," because that's all bullshit. You want
Yeah.
government
Well,
involved,
well, they're saying they want less government, and they're winking too at the same time. You know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge type of thing. You know what we mean when we say we want less government.
right?
You know,
They
it's like
you
it's
heard
like
the shit that came out earlier. I did some research on it too. It came out that some of the Secret Service motherfuckers they was Trump supporters.
no, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I think one of the Secret Service dude wound up working for Donald Trump in his administration. He 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 got I think he got promoted or something like that to be in this administration. He's still there now in government with Biden. You know what I mean? Like I get rid of this nigga. Like yo, you biased, dude. The fuck out of here. Like I said,
Yeah,
the
but
people,
you know,
one people that I don't like for to be biased. I'm sorry, to cut you off. Like to be biased. I don't want police being biased. I don't want the FBI being biased, and I don't want nobody that is like Secret Service, anybody like that type of authority or the military. I don't want or like the cyber people. I don't want them being biased. I understand that you 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 do vote a certain type of way, but you keep that shit. Don't ever like. I need not to know that. You need not to have that. You need not to promote that. And I think that should be a law that they can't do that. They can't promote that shit. They can't speak on none of that shit. When you work for the federal government or you work for any type of law enforcement and shit, that shit type of shit like that, your political ideology, how you look at life and shit, that shit should not be. You shouldn't be able to promote that, even if you're not on duty. You get what I'm saying? Because you work for the government, no matter if you on duty or off duty. You get what I'm saying? So
no, I feel
that
you.
that should be a motherfucking that should be a law that they pass. That shit shouldn't be cool that they doing that. Like nah, like cause dude, cause like Biden, you could be putting Biden life in danger because you don't like Biden. Like nah, I don't like Biden, but I wouldn't want to put, if I got to protect him, I wouldn't put his life in danger. I don't want his life in danger even if I don't fuck with Biden. It was the same thing with Trump. I don't want Trump's life to be in danger. I ain't that motherfucking cruel. Political shit don't, like, I'm not gonna wish death and hope people die or get assassinated and shit. Like, I don't want that. First of all, I don't even want that type of shit on my conscience. It's sad, man.
Well,
Like I said,
that's the state
I
we're in.
listen.
You know, the
Hold on,
system.
and I want to say this too, before I forget. I don't mean to cut you off, OG. My bad. But I mean this too. I think we should have a law. If you work for the federal government, you shouldn't be able to vote. I'm real talk about that. Even law enforcement. If you take those type of jobs, you shouldn't be. Or if you're a judge or anything like that, or prosecutor, you know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be able to vote because you're getting paid by the taxpayer money. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
No matter if we voted for you or not, you still getting paid from the people that didn't vote you in. So I don't know how you get to have a vote. Like, I'm serious about that. You shouldn't be able to vote. If you some type of congressperson, you the president, you work in administration, any of that shit, you should not be able to vote. Even if you are like in the military, shit like that, you shouldn't be able to vote, man. Seriously, I'm sorry, like, cause it's too much of a bias. You already got a bias anyway. But at least if you got, at least if you can't vote for whatever you may want or whatever the situation, it may take a little of a bias out of that. Cause now you just know that you only there to just do your fucking job. You get what I'm saying? Because if you signed up for it or you got voted in for it. But either way you look at it, you signed up to do whatever it was going to do if you're a public servant. You get what I'm saying? In that capacity.
I feel you. And I'll just go a little further and say this. Um, as you mentioned, they are public servants. They work for us, the taxpayer. The people in the community. We're paying the police. We're essentially their employer, and depending on your experience or whatever, they're harassing neighborhoods, they're locking up innocent people, they're profiling and targeting innocent people. What other job allows that? That the employee basically you know uh, could go harass their boss.
Right.
They work for us, like you said. They're public servants, and yet they're the ones who have all the power. And this whole nation has been built on racism, and it still
And
continues
you
to
think
this day.
about it,
That's the
the
microcosm.
the laws is built to protect them.
Exactly.
How's the laws like they're not to protect the people that actually pays for their motherfucking shit. We get the shit end of the stick, right? But these people that work for us got more rights and laws to back them. They got more protection than we do. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand that.
The people that work for us could assault us, beat us, murder us. If we try to defend ourselves, oh, forget it. That's another whole other story. You know, I always
I
say,
think
Kenny,
even if you
you know
work for the
how,
school, if you work for the school system, the same shit taxpayers pay for them. Like, people
yeah,
don't really
exactly.
realize that we
The
pay for
fire
schools.
department, yeah, that's another thing about, whitewashing the history books.
Right.
This whole system has been, America is a racist country. It is.
Like, these people are not sitting down with the community and talking about what what y'all think that we should teach. You don't get a vote. You don't let them vote or what you should be teaching in the schools. That ain't right. You got a panel of motherfuckers. Come on, dude. Like, you can't do that. And then you only going off of some fucked up ideology that you may have or your own personal grief. Because don't I always keep saying this. When any of these motherfuckers do shit like that, like this shit they trying to whitewash American history and shit like that, try to put these new shits in there for the curriculum to teach these kids in certain states, that's personal. They're not doing that for the benefit of the kid. Because the benefit of the kid is to tell the kid the truth, even if it's good or bad. So the kid know what's good, know what's right and what's wrong. I think that's any parent you want to teach a kid from what's right and what's wrong and what to do and what not to do. But if you whitewashing shit and you trying to erase history, that's personal. That ain't got nothing to do with those kids. And you shouldn't be making those decisions. The people that pays your money or voted you or put you in that position should be the ones that vote on that. You get what I'm saying? Because I guarantee you, if you in some of these states, and I don't give a fuck if it's ran by Republicans or not, I guarantee you they're not okay. A lot of people in that state is not okay with you whitewashing and trying to rewrite history about slavery. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't want kids to be in there, white kids to feel guilty about nothing. Like you get what I mean? But they do need to know the truth. We shouldn't be teaching them curriculums of, this is how white kids get treated in America. No, you teach the fucking kids. I ain't like that shit either. I don't know who that black person was in New York that did that fuck shit. I think it was a white people doing that shit too. They was doing that shit to them white. Don't do no shit like that to those fucking kids. You tell them the truth and say, listen, this was a part of history. We trying to make the country better. Y'all the future to change it. You gotta put that type of shit in there. You don't make kids feel guilty. Like you don't do that to white kids. And you don't try to make black kids feel like they more superior than white kids. You don't make white kids feel like more superior than black kids. You don't do shit like these are children. And so when you
Yep.
whitewash history like that too, with white some of these states that these white fuck Republicans are doing, like all you doing is trying to downplay black people. You can't do no shit like that. You think that
Yep.
those black kids ain't gonna feel uncomfortable, just like those white kids ain't gonna feel uncomfortable? Both races gonna feel uncomfortable about it. And the reason I know that is because of the fact the grown ass adults are uncomfortable of having these talks about race. Fuck out of here. It's sad we
Every
live in a
journey
country like
begins.
that. Go ahead. I'm sorry,
Every
bro.
journey begins with a first step. We've all heard that saying before. And you know what? It will be uncomfortable for a little bit. But then when these kids grow up or become older and they have younger siblings, they're already informed. And
Right.
then when they grow up and become parents, they'll inform their kids.
You
I
got
mean,
generations of good white people. That's all that's supposed to do. You don't suppose that we just got generations of bad fucking white people. And you seeing it now of that you didn't we didn't do as what they was saying that would actually happen. Like, oh, we was changing. No, we wasn't because we still had people, we had states and shit still putting out fucked up narratives and lying to the fucking white people. See, listen. Black kids are getting taught very young about racism. Not to feel victimized, but to let you know it's possible that you could be a victim to this shit. You get what I'm saying? So conduct
yep,
yourself this way. We're having these talks with our kids. So why is it that white people, grown ass adults, don't want to sit down and have these talks with their own kids to change the narrative? Like I said, it's
that I
it's
couldn't.
with these white people. Some of these white people, they having a real hard time of dealing with evolution of shit changing because the gay community got a voice now. The minorities in this country got a voice now. Black people got a voice now, and I think a lot of the times when you really listen to some of these racists like that, right? What you basically hear is that they see that all the fucked up shit that happened to the gay people, that happened to the minorities in the country, to the black people in this country, it all boils and it all comes back to them of their bad behavior, and they don't like that. That's all it is. But you gotta accept it. Like I like black people gotta accept that we're doing some fucked up shit in our community to each other. We gotta accept that. We gotta accept that. Hey, we pushing a certain narrative out here for people to think certain things about us, and may treat us a certain way, a certain type of way. What up, Mel B? Mel P? You get what I'm saying? We gotta accept that and do better. See, because when you accept the shit that you do wrong and how you've been doing it, and you're aware of it, you self-aware of it, you do better. You try not to make the same mistake over again. But what I'm seeing from these Trump supporters and motherfuckers like that, they don't want to learn. They don't want to change. So if you don't want to learn, you don't want to change, what is the point of having a conversation with them? That's my question. OG, go ahead. It's on you. And oh yeah, people go ahead,
What's the
go
point?
ahead. If you want to get up in the building, people, go to my email, Mr. KJ 200. Send me an email. I'll send you a link back to get up in the building. You can have a conversation with me and OG, and or go on Messenger and send me something on Messenger. Just say hello or something like that, and I'll send you a link straight back. But go ahead, OG.
Yeah, and don't forget to download the Cash App and donate to O.B.F. the Real. Let's get his voice heard. Let's elevate his algorithms so this could get out to more people. But to have the uncomfortable conversation needs to be had. We already know what the problem is, and it just needs to come to the forefront. I mean, that's how I feel. You got to stand for something, or you fall for anything. We got to, if they oppress one, they're going to oppress all, and it should be a warning, to every type of different minority out there, even race, gender, sexuality, all of that stuff. It's got to put everyone on alert. You can't let fuck
Hey,
shit
hey,
go
hey, hold on,
down
hold on,
for.
hold on. Mel B, I sent you a link. That link that you see in that last thing, I sent you a link. Go ahead and hit that link. Come on up in. But go ahead. What you saying, OG?
If they come for one of us, they're going to come for all of us. That's how I see it. If you allow oppression for one group of people, um, or depending on whatever. But for me, I don't rock that way. And when I see fuck shit, I call fuck shit out. I call it for what it is. And I'm just, I wasn't always this way. A lot of times I kept it in, but the older you get, the less of a filter you have. And you just call a thing, regardless of who hears it. You're like, man, this is fucked up.
Right.
And that's one of the great things about getting older is that at first, whenever you're growing up, the only thing you have to go on is what you're told.
Mm-hmm.
Then you reach a certain age where you start experiencing shit. Then you get to a certain age where not only you're growing up and learning about the world, you start doing research, and then become a young man, adult, and you have your life experiences, and that's what shapes us all. I've never been one to just accept someone's word. I was always curious about everything, and
But look, but
like you.
let's go back to what you said. I need people to understand this too. Listen, just like if you see a motherfucker that wind up getting in the gang or doing criminal shit like that, they usually grew up around it. Okay, it's very rare that people just get into shit and they don't live around it, right? Or it's not in their reality, right? It's very rare that you see that because we done seen some white kids that wanted to be gangster and shit, and they fuck around, start fucking with some black gangs or something, and then wind up committing crime. We seen that type of shit. You get what I mean? But that's very rare, right? So when you see motherfuckers wind up being gangbangers or street dudes and shit like that, selling drugs or whatever the shit may be, or criminals, it's their reality. That's what they grew up in, right? It's no different, and I keep saying this, it's no different than when you see white racist people. The shit was already there. You don't all of a sudden turn into a racist, nigga. Sorry, are you get what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
Like,
no, I get you. They're predisposed to it.
right? They are. It's already around them.
Right. And like I said before, the system is working exactly how it's supposed to work. They know what they're doing. You know, you got America is great at division. We scream, all this unity and land of the free and whatever all that bullshit that they teach us in school. But the reality, that's not the reality of what America really is. And they start at an early age with the children, with the kids, spoon feeding this rewritten history down their throat and painting America in a certain way. And then when you grow up, they start to tell you, oh, well, this group of people are poor because they're this or they're that, and they label you already. Like I said, the system is working exactly how it's designed, and it's all coming to a head. I mean, with the advent of the internet, as I mentioned before, the information is right there for us to find if you really want to find it.
Right.
You know, but you got to be careful because you could fall into, you know, I could imagine if, uh, you're a good white person and you get out there, you start just clicking on any site, that shit could go south real bad, real fast.
Yeah.
Because there are
Anybody could be radicalized.
exactly become
You
an
know what I mean?
extremist.
Because all you got to do is go to something and I told you, you already have a belief system anyway, right? All somebody got to do, because there's one thing you always tell me. You say, yo, Kenny, you make me sane, right? Like you be like, yo, when you not
Yep.
on, I'll be going crazy. I'll be glad that you be on because you speak what I'll be
Help
thinking,
keep my
right?
sanity.
Right. So you already have a base already of who you are. It's already in you already. So me just saying some shit, right, is just give you comforts of what you're saying or what you already believe. You get what I'm
Right. It
saying? So
reinforces it reinforces my belief.
right. And so that's all I'm saying. So like it's no difference than when you see these races out here, they already have that belief system in them. It's already there.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm
I see
saying?
your point.
Like I said, I could have listen. I could have turned into somebody like I could have did two things in my life. I could have wound up getting a certain age that I am now and hated white people. I could have did that, right? Or my belief system could have been I hate black people because I got more shit done to me from black people in my community than I did from white people because I didn't hang around white people like that. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of my encounters with white people when I did encounter them, it was always on some racist shit. You get what I'm saying? So I had two options to do these two things to do. I chose the right option. Both of them was bad options to choose. You get what I'm saying? But I chose the option
Yep.
to where listen, all white people ain't bad. Cause all my encounters, a lot of my encounters with white people was bad. Right? So and all my encounters with black people, I got black people that I still love to this day. If all black people was bad, I got aunts and uncles that love me. I got friends that I know still love me. They black. So why would I say all black people are bad? Like you get what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make any sense. I'm a common sense thinker. If something doesn't make any fucking sense to me, I'm not rocking with it. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go out of my way to try to understand it. But if it, at the end of the day, if it doesn't make any fucking sense to me, I'm not rocking with it. Like you
It's
get what I'm
like, yeah,
saying?
man. I still don't see how you come to that conclusion, no matter how many times.
What do you mean?
No, I get it. Like you say it, like it don't make any sense. You know, I mean, you keep trying to recalculate the problem, and you still come up with the same answer. You're like, man, this shit don't make any sense. I
Right,
get it, because I never thought I was right. I like to, for me, how I grew up is besides my learned and lived experience, it's what I seen happen to other people, and just being self-aware, and then
right.
obviously researched. That's the
Mm-hmm.
three things that forms who I am, as far as uh, where I rock with my values. Um,
Oh, hold on, hold
you
on,
know,
OG. I'm sorry. Hold on. Mel B. What's up? I thought you was coming up in the room. Said you got to get into this conversation. Come on. You having troubles getting in? You need me send you another link? Let me know. But go ahead, OG. I'm sorry. I wonder why the squad ain't in here. Let me send them some links. Hold on. But go ahead, OG. I'm listening, bro.
hey, not to change the subject, but you were gonna do some teas, right?
I'm
Some
gonna do what?
some gear, some teas,
Oh yeah, tease.
t-shirts
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Are you gonna do? Are you gonna do one with Wheezy's mama?
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm right now. I'm work. I got like right now. I got. I'm just working on the designs. Right, like you know what I mean. I'm working on with look right and don't look right and shit like that. And then before I even print the shirts, I'ma send them out to y'all, see what y'all think about some of the looks before I even do it.
Well,
You
you
get
know
what I
what?
mean?
I'm telling you ahead of time. Mark me down. I'm gonna buy one shirt of each of the shirts you make of the squad, and I'll send you. Whenever you're ready, I'll send you my size and the cash. I want to own the. I want to have the whole squad, one for every day of the week.
I got you. I'm right now, like I said, I'm just working on the designs of them. Like I'm trying to make sure the designs, look good. Like you know what I mean. I don't want to have no shit that don't look good. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's taking me so long. Like just creating the designs is part of the long process of it. Like making the shirts is nothing. I got the presses of the shirts. I got the tees. You get what I'm saying? I probably may need to get some more different sizes, but other than that, that's nothing. But it's about the design. So what I do is hopefully
Yeah.
by
Well,
hopefully by
I'm just gonna say this
like
just to
two
say
weeks
it,
from now, I
but
send the designs out so y'all can see them and tell me what y'all think about the designs, and then I'll go from
yeah,
there.
I was gonna
What
say
up,
my
Mel B?
brother's
What's up,
my
dog?
brother's.
No, go ahead, OG.
Hey,
I'm
what's
sorry. Go
happening?
ahead.
I was gonna say my brother is a graphic designer. That's what he does as a profession. I mean, if you send me a sample, I could get him to do a design and send it back to you, and you let me know what you think.
All right, I do that. I do that. I mean, I'm working on. I got some
Because I
some
mean,
good shit coming up, but I got some shit I'm working on. I like it, but it like I always tell people I'm a little you know I'm a little anal.
yeah, he works for Nutmeg, and he does all like the professional sports designs and stuff like that, and college and all that other stuff. So I mean, he's well versed in it. So I'm sure if you email me or send me something, I can get
Yeah,
you
well,
back
I
a
mean,
couple of
shit.
sketches.
Listen, if he can, like, if I you give him the slogans, right? Give him, let him create the design then, since he good into that shit. Cause you get what I mean?
Yeah,
It,
that's what I'm saying. That's what he does. You know, he makes a
yeah,
comfortable
just
living
well,
doing that. You
yeah,
know, that's what I'm.
run it past him. See if you can get some designs that he think that'll look right. You know what I'm saying? Like you already know some of the slogans that we kind of want to have on the shirts. So just let him know what the slogans are and see what designs he come up with, and then
Yeah,
we
exactly.
go
And then
from
I'll
there.
shoot him over to you, and then yeah, that
Right?
sounds good. Uh
Because I don't
oh,
mind doing that.
OBF coming on the come up.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a hot merch department. Everyone's gonna be buying merch from you, Kenny.
Shit, I already know people gonna buy the motherfuckers. We amongst stupid people. Right, them bitches probably get sold out first time they available. I'm
Uh
telling you
huh.
that now. I had
I think I
homeboys and
wrote
friends
that
of
in the
mine.
chat.
I had homeboys and friends of mine like, nigga, soon them shirts come out, nigga, I'm getting one of those, nigga. Like, like, all right, I got you. But hey,
Yeah,
Mel B,
I
you want to
already
jump
know.
into that? What you wanted to say about this? What we talking about? Mel B.
You know, bro, we've been talking about this craziness for 400 years. And until we realize
OG, mute your thing. You giving the echo.
Yeah, my bad.
that we're all the same, we're going to continue to go through the same stuff.
Right. Go ahead. Go ahead. You. All right. I hear you better. Go ahead.
You know, people keep thinking they're better. I haven't seen anybody yet that lived more than 100 years. We're only here for a short period of time and then we're gone. So can we just fucking just get along?
Shit, I wish we could. Listen, people be thinking like I like when I be talking about this shit like I don't want no peace. I actually do. I got a kid, man. I don't want my kid growing up feeling and thinking the way I think, man. You get what I'm saying? Like I want better for my kid. I want better for all our kids. I don't want them growing up dealing with the shit we gotta talk about, the shit we go through every day. I don't want
Exactly.
like I don't want that shit. Like people be I don't know what that like that's my motive at the end of the day. I wanna stop this shit. I wanna stop this generational of self-hate of black people that they have. And I wanna stop this racism of some white people that they have. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause I don't believe all white people are racist, and I don't believe all black people are self-hating. But we got a little of a self-hating in us, a little bit, because a lot of us can't even stay on code. You niggas would rather fight amongst each other. Like that ain't helping nothing.
That's true.
Like, come on. And we need to stop this forgiveness shit when it comes to somehow black people. Like, we're not gonna forgive. Listen, think about how fucked up this is. We are not going to forgive a black person that killed somebody that we know.
Nope.
So why would we give? Why would we forgive a motherfucker like Candace Owens that is putting our children's lives in danger with her
It,
rhetoric? You feel me? Go ahead, Mel B. Mel
and
B,
you're
I'm
right,
sorry.
man, because again, that stupid shit she's talking, man, is putting all our kids in jeopardy. Because again, she sold her soul for, you know, the white dollar, but it's fucking our kids up and it's stupid.
Right, and it's just giving the police and the white supremacists the arrogance that they need to think that they can just roll up on our children, man. I'm serious about that, and I keep telling motherfucker, it ain't about being tough or nothing like that. It's about, I'm telling you, you do the shit that I see. What happens to a lot of our children going on around this country by these white supremacists? I wish you would do that to mine. I double, triple dare you to. I swear to you, that'd be the worst thing in your life happen to you. Cause see, like I said, I'm not that much. Listen, I do counseling, I woo side and shit like that to
It's
make
like the
me
shit I
sane.
see. Like I see people, you know, their kids get fucked up in school or get messed up in school, and they taking pictures of it. It's like fuck that. I go down to school, whip the teacher's ass and everybody's ass down
Nigga,
there.
I'm fucking everybody up. They talking about a mass a school shooting, nigga. I'm going in that bitch and I'm banging. Listen, you're not treating my kid that way.
Nope, you're not.
Seriously. And don't tell me, especially as a grown ass adult, it's one thing when you got children doing bullying shit. You talking about grown ass adults bullying children. The fuck out of here. Being racist and
Exactly.
shit. Got them interacting, being slaves. The fuck
And,
out of here.
and all they're trying to do, Kenny, is to keep perpetuating the same bullshit for the past 400 years. They're trying to never to end this racism shit. It's bullshit.
And like I said, you're right. And like I said, we can continue we could continue to keep just blaming white people that they doing this shit. I blame some of the black parents. What are you doing? Your kids see you looking weak.
Yep.
What you think they're gonna turn up and they're gonna be different than you? No. A lot of them not. Some of them may be. They might say my like you know what I mean? Like I look at our ancestors. Some of that shit was weak to me. But I understand them times was different. It's different now.
It
Nigga,
is.
I'm not being no weak ass black person. Fuck out of here. I told any racist, whatever you do, whatever you do to me, I'm gonna do to you. Seriously. Like
Hey
I'm
man,
sorry.
I was brought up about the Malcolm X principle. So I don't fuck with nobody, don't fuck with me. But if you do fuck with me, be prepared to get your ass whipped.
Right. Like I said, it's certain shit, yeah, we can talk out, but it's certain shit that we not gonna talk about. I'm just gonna whip ass out of that. Some shit just deserve ass whoopings.
Yep,
Or you
exactly.
deserve getting shot. I don't give a fuck. Like seriously, listen. I'll go to jail for my kid. You fuck with
Boy,
my
let me tell
kid,
you, I put a bullet in somebody's head for best with my kid, man.
yeah. I don't care who kid it is. You don't do that to people's
Anybody,
kids.
again.
Like you leave kids to fucking. If you ever notice on the show, I don't fuck with people's children,
Because all
even
we're
if I
doing is that
dislike them.
same trauma. We're just passing on to generation to generation. It's crazy.
Right. Like I don't talk badly and ill about Brandon Tatum kids or Candace Owens newborn. I think she got a daughter or a son or something. But I don't talk bad about. I feel sorry for them, but I don't talk bad about them and shit like that. Like I don't put their kids in that shit. The kids ain't got nothing to do. They pure. They got nothing to do with it. Hopefully they get up from under that shit.
But
Hopefully.
you know, Kenny, they're gonna fuck around and have kids one day, and they're gonna all that shit they're talking is gonna come back to haunt them.
I think it ain't even go. It ain't gonna be that long. See, everybody gets they wake up, they nigga call. Even white people. They get their nigga call. I seen a video where a white girl came in there and she was all comfortable because she got a black dude and she got a black baby and she was in there talking real reckless out of mouth to a black chick, calling all types of niggas and shit, and the black girl beat the dog shit out of her. Nigga call. Nigga wake up call. Beat the dog shit out of her. Yo, dude. Like, and don't get me wrong, a part of me was like, all right, sister, stop. Right? Because she was beating the dog shit out of her. Right? Because, you know what I mean? I don't like violence, dude. I really, truly don't. You feel me? So I was like, oh, come on, sister. All right, that's enough. You beat the dog shit. I get it. Right? But the other
but,
part of me was like, I told y'all.
but Kenny, they gotta watch their fucking mouth. They gotta watch their mouth. You can't just say all kind of crazy shit and think you Trump. You ain't got no security, motherfucker. You'll get your ass whipped.
And I'm laughing because you're right. Like, that shit is exactly right. These motherfuckers really think they got security like that. Like, yo, we can get you, yo. Like, we'll beat the dog. We'll take. Listen, this motherfuckers out there like me will take the charge.
Oh,
I'll
no
beat your
doubt, no
ass.
doubt.
I'll beat your ass, white supremacists. I'll fuck you up. I'll shoot you. Whatever it may take to beat the dog shit out you. I'm willing to do it. And I take the charge. Like, it's motherfucking black people like that out here. They've been running into these, I ain't gonna call them cowards. They just ain't got no fight in them. You run into these black people that ain't got no fight in them. They scared.
They
Like,
scared like a motherfucker. Why do you think they need a whole group of them?
like I said, you know what's so crazy? The crazy shit I seen was that one white person, white woman, sitting there being aggressive, racist as a motherfucker, and there's a whole bunch of black people in there, and motherfuckers sitting there like, nigga, hey, y'all supposed to jump that bitch. Fuck out here.
Beat her ass, bro. You supposed to
Fuck,
beat that ass.
yeah, fuck that shit. Somebody supposed to take the charge. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it clear to that white bitch next time you better watch your mouth when you talking to black people. Like, seriously.
That is so true, bro.
And I heard it was one white lady. She said, "We ain't scared of you anymore, bitch. We ain't scared of you either. Like, that's the problem. You think we scared of you? Like, it's
But you know what,
like,
Kitty? They keep
come
thinking this
on,
is
go ahead. It's
1940.
on
This
you.
ain't 1940.
Go ahead,
This
bro.
is 2021. Get your ass whipped. No,
Yeah,
nobody's scared.
go ahead, OG.
No, I'm just.
Oh, and OG, you down in
You know,
Florida, man. So
the
what's going on down there in Florida, man? Any other crazy
it's
shit going
hot
on down
over
there?
here. It's hot over here in Florida. I told Kenny. I'm pretty sure I told Kenny. I live in a condo over here, not too far from the beach. Nice area, but my neighbor, he had his window open, and I'm sitting out there like on the balcony or whatever, and I could hear like the shit he's listening to. Because he had his
I'm
window
glad.
sliding
Listen,
door
y'all
open.
gotta excuse me, man. Keep going out. Listen, I'm washing clothes at the same time, and
Multitasking.
nigga, no, and yeah,
Handle your business, man.
no, and I got a bad bladder, nigga. I don't give a fuck what I drink. If it be water, I think I gotta go to the bathroom. Seriously, man. And then I'm drinking beer. Beer
They,
definitely makes me go to the bathroom.
well, they say you never consume beer, you just recycle it.
Yeah, you get a little. You get a little bit. You get a little buzz on it. Yeah, other than that, you know what I'm saying? That shit, you gonna piss that shit straight out.
That's so true, bro.
You know what I mean? Like I don't never like if I drink a little liquor, nigga, I don't never go to the bathroom. But I drink beer, nigga, I go straight to the bathroom. I don't know what that shit is about, but I just got a bad bladder. I ain't gonna say bad bladder, but a weak bladder. A bladder, cause I drink anything, nigga. I drink Kool-Aid, I'm going to the bathroom a lot. So it don't matter anymore. So yeah, but listen, I listen, I say this. Let me ask you something, Mel P. Did you see the shit with Kwame Brown defending Candace Owens? Because people keep
No,
talking about it.
man,
I
you know
haven't
what?
seen it yet.
First of all, this motherfucker need to just shut the fuck up. Take the $60 million he done stole from the NBA and just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but he got a lot to say though, yo, because he been getting shitted on for about 20 years. Like real talk, like
Yeah,
niggas been
say
shitting on
motherfucker,
him
you
for
got
about.
lucky. Get your money and just shut up, nigga. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Come on.
Hey, listen. At first I was good with him just coming out speaking this piece of shit, but now it's like all you doing is just ranting, dude. Like it's not like you just putting out your grievances. Like I get it, it's okay. I'm fine with it, but like, all right, well, you gonna do the same shit next week? Like, like, like I don't get it. Like all I see is it's like a Twitter rant. Like you get on Twitter, you start ranting and shit, or you know what I
Oh,
mean?
see,
Or
he a Twitter bitch. He wanna be behind the computer talking shit.
no. I don't think it's just that. I'm just saying that's how it comes off at me at
Oh,
now.
okay.
Cause it been like a whole week he been doing this shit, and I'm just like, all right, so what is the plan after this? Like is you just gonna only just talk about how people shitted on you, or you gonna talk about shit that you gonna support, you gonna stand for something? Like what is it? Like you get what I mean? I did like a week of it's like almost when I started the channel, right?
It's
I
crazy.
did I did certain so like I was shitting on Stephen A. Smith almost like every day. Like you get what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
then I started to switch up that like I needed to start talking about more shit. Like I was talking about Donald Trump all the time. But
Mm-hmm.
I had to start switching shit up. I started talking about different other shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like police brutality. I had to start talking about women's rights and shit like that. Like I had to start elevating. You get what I'm saying? And I understand that he new to this shit, but I know like a week of your grievance of motherfuckers shitting on you and shit. Like I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm cool with it now. Like, all right, I get it, bro. They ain't shit. We know Stephen A. Smith ain't shit. Your shit with Captain Jack, that's personal. I get it. That's enough. Y'all brothers chop that shit up and squash it. With the Stephen A.
Exactly.
Smith, shit, don't squash that. I don't mind him shitting on Stephen A. Smith every day. I'm dead serious about that. Coons can get it. But I don't think Captain Jack or Matt Barnes are coon niggas. You know what I mean? You just may not like certain things that they do or say, but it ain't they don't be cooning. I would never say these niggas is coons. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just like you just trying to bring yourself out here to talk about nothing. So I don't even understand what's your end game. I don't even understand this getting game.
And right, and like I said, and like now that I'm hearing, I think it was a subscriber. Somebody sent me something. It was like, Kwame Brown defending Candace on. Never sent me the clip, but just said, he talking about he defending Candace on. So I was like, what?
It's like, come on, nigga.
I like, come on, man. Now you going way too far. And even though I ain't seen it yet, so that's why I say I can't even really get out the gate on him or not, or defend him on that, because I just haven't seen it yet, and I don't like talking about shit that I ain't seen. But if he did do that shit, oh, y'all know I'ma roast him. Y'all know I'ma roast him.
Oh man, let me tell you, you can't defend that bitch or any of these coon motherfuckers because they make it bad for all of us.
Right. And like I said,
we need to.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't have a problem with, like, because I had somebody send me a comment, or I think they texted me something. They was like, "Yo, Kenny," it was a subscriber. They like, "Yo, Kenny, you what's the name, and you defending Candace Owens now?" Because all I said was that Candace Owens, she say some shit that's right, but she's the wrong person to be delivering that message. She's just the wrong person for it. Like, I'm saying, everything she says
because
wrong,
think about it, Kenny. Anytime she says something, there's a reason. And it's not anything good for us. It's always a reason that she says what she says.
Mm-hmm. It's just not genuine.
Nope, it's never genuine.
I never feel like it's genuine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm very good at reading certain people. Like, you know what I mean? But with Candace Owens, I know it ain't genuine that come out of her mouth. Like, she don't really care about black people issues.
Yeah.
Like, your whole narrative of what you do is just to speak about all the bad shit that you say that we do.
But you know what? And that's the thing. She's not trying to improve it. My thing is, if we talk about it, let's try to improve it, but not just keep saying all the bad shit all the time just to get ratings for fucking racist ass Fox.
Yeah, like I don't like all the Democrat black people. You get what I mean? Like Claiborne, that bug dancing coon. He's actually a coon to me, right?
Yep,
Like, you get what I
he
mean?
is.
He's no different than Candace Owens to me. But it's other brothers and sisters and shit that's in government that I wouldn't call a coon. I just say they tap dance a lot. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
Like,
think about it. They signed
Elijah Cummings. My bad.
anti-Asian bill, but where's the anti-black bill at that he has to sign?
Motherfucker told me, he said on national TV, right? The Asian people, they wanted their Asian bill or so. I forgot who it was. I think it was maybe Roland Martin on his show. I'm gonna get into him a little bit, right? But he said, the fuck? That's my shit. Hold on. Let's see who at my door. My fucking door. My front door. I know I heard the bell. Well, that's UPF. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. What's going on, man? Yeah, my wife coming. It's UPS, big.
You know, the other thing, Kenny, you hear about, Biden wanted to talk to George Floyd's family. And my thing is, what the hell are you going to talk to him about?
Who you talking about? Biden? Who you talking
Yeah.
about? You talking about Biden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, man. It's all photo op, man.
And my thing is, bro, like fuck that. If that's the case, man, I can't go. Yeah, I can't come up there. I can't accept that shit, man. Just using my dead relative for a photo op. I mean, different than Trump. It's the only difference is you ain't gonna talk bad about him, but you ain't doing nothing but just up there shaking the hands and we trying to do some shit.
Right.
But
Don't
come on now.
listen, if you're gonna use me in a way like that, put me in the house or something where I'm at one of them hearings.
Yeah,
Like, you get what I mean? Don't just meet with me. I already know how you feel. You want to pass this shit, but put me there so I can explain to people why this bill need to be passed. Don't do
exactly,
no
man.
photo op with me. I don't need that shit. Like, you get what I mean? But like I said, this is a part of a lot of our black people um
I don't
political
need
and
shit.
our political enslavement.
Yep, it's their
You get
mentality, bro. It's that
yeah.
it's that it's that slave mentality.
Excuse me. Yeah. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Go ahead. I can hear you.
Well, yeah, that's the problem with the two-party system. It does not encourage. It only encourages a slight
Yeah.
improvement. You know, you just got to choose the lesser of the two evils.
Yeah. No. I
That's why
listen.
we're in a
No.
that's why
That's
we're in a
so.
lose
No.
lose
OG.
situation.
No. 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 We already do that already. We already do that. The lesser two evil shit. We already do that already. Especially when it come to
Exactly.
black people. We already do that already. My problem is with black people that with Mel P was talking about was that, like, don't use me in that way. Don't allow yourself to be used in that way. If you're gonna use me in a way where I have more of an impact. Like, I don't want to meet with Biden. I don't want to meet with Nancy Pelosi. Put me on the Senate floor or the House floor in one of them hearings and let me speak on why this bill need to be passed. I don't
Exactly.
need to meet with you to tell me I feel for you and all that other shit. You already said it already. We get it.
Yeah,
I
like you
need I
mentioned, he was only doing it for optics.
Yeah, that's all it seems to me when I see that. No
I
matter
know.
whatever
Same
the
here.
situation may be, even if it's a white family that, like, school shooting and shit, that shit, the same shit as a photo op. Put them on the Senate floor. Let them speak. I don't need them to. I don't need you to do a fucking photo op with me.
Nope, I don't.
I don't need to see that. We already know what the issue is. We're just trying to change people's minds of the pain of what these families are feeling. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody ain't got empathy like that. I mean, seriously. Go ahead, bro.
And the crazy thing, Kenny, is it's almost like they're living off trauma porn. It's like the more violent, the more they want to promote that shit. And my thing is, you're not really solving anything.
Like I said, we can. Like I said, I agree with you, but like I keep saying on the show, we can keep blaming these people, but it's a part of some of our own fault.
Yeah, it
We keep
is.
allowing them to use us for this shit.
You're right.
You get what I'm saying? And it's actually sad to me that somebody in that type of powerful position would use those people knowing they grieving. Because grieving, like, I done seen people grieve for years. Grieving like I seen my wife still grieving over her little cousin that died years ago, about 4 years ago. Like,
Yeah,
that shit don't go away, bro.
it don't.
Like, so I just don't understand why people would do that to another person when they still in grievance. Like, anytime you bring up, like, anytime I bring up my my wife little cousin, she get tears in her eyes. You get what I'm saying? So just
Yeah,
imagine those family, George Floyd family, going up there. Nigga, that shit is coming right back, bro.
and you live it every day because they still got 4 more trials they got to go through.
And you remember Brad Favre say, I don't know what was in his brain. I don't think he intentionally tried to kill George Floyd. But this nigga got a case with the federal government of how he almost did the exact same shit to
Wow.
to a teenager, and he was black. And you telling me you ain't think he intentionally tried to do that, nigga? Please,
I
Brad
think it
Favre
was a
suck a
I
dick,
think it
you
was a
crack ass
13-year-old.
cracker. Yeah, it was like 13 or 14 years old. He was having
Please.
a mental illness problem, an issue. He was, he had a mental breakdown. and he
Well, you
treated that child like that. That's a child, man.
and gentlemen. Ultimately, we know the police ain't meant to do nothing but keep everybody down. Ain't meant to protect no goddamn body.
Right. Like the to
Supposed to
me for
keep the
me,
systems in place.
right, for me when I think of police, I just think of useless. You're
Yep,
useless to me. And they was like, well, what if you take the police out the neighborhoods?
have to,
Well,
man.
no, no,
You
hold
have
on.
to.
No, hold on.
OG.
They were saying if you take all the police out, right? I said, well, y'all okay with everybody getting guns? People should be able to protect themselves, right? Because everybody love guns. You want to make gun laws? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, what we need the police for? Protect yourself.
Because they don't protect no goddamn body.
Damn sure don't.
I
All they
say
run,
this
all
all the
they.
time.
Go ahead, go ahead, OG. I'm sorry.
I say this all the time, and I actually live by it. I'm like, record any interactions with police or public officials. You know, you guys know I live in Florida, and I got into a situation, and I recorded everything.
Mm-hmm.
My interaction with the police. Yeah, they locked me in, and yeah, I had to bail out, and yeah, I spent about a week in the county because my wife was out of the country at the time.
Hey,
But
OG, you guys send me that. You still got to record?
yes, sir.
Send me that. I'll
And
play that on. I'll
that
play it on. I'll play it on the show if you want me to. Only if you want me to.
yeah, I gotta pull it up, but yeah, um, and that's how the charges got dropped.
Cause you had that.
You
You had that.
know,
You had that camera.
they you're right. They falsely arrested me, and hey, thank God for my recording.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's
Try to
why I tell
trust,
people
try to
you need
trust.
that. Like if you like, I always tell people the two best investments that you should ever do. Like when I tell people like around tax times, definitely, is always get you cameras. Like that should be your one of your investments. Get you cameras all around
Yep.
your house, or if it's an apartment,
Yep.
get you cameras. Hey, if you want to know, get the best cameras, the cheapest and the best cameras. I will send you links to get to that. Get these cameras, even for your car. Have a
Yep.
fucking camera in your car, nigga. Listen, I got cameras in my car, nigga. I don't play. Nigga. Listen. They talking about what they call them? What they call a motherfucker? Big what they call that shit? Big Brother watching, nigga. Kenny watching. I'm watching everything. My wife, boy, she be bad at me, boy. Cause I be seeing them in the kitchen and I hit the little mute shit. I could talk through my cameras, so I be like, just like y'all see me do, right? With the UPS dude. The nigga, I be there. She be like, you spying on the nigga? No, I'm always watching the cameras. It's not. Listen, I'm already borderline paranoid, but
Yeah.
I just watch my
Yeah,
cameras regardless. Like you get what I'm saying? It's a habit that I done picked up that I just watch my cameras.
well,
It's just
that's why you got them though.
right.
Yeah.
Because if
Like I
if
can
if you
watch my
want to take a
cameras when
look,
I'm not. Yeah, I can watch my cameras when I'm not even home. Like nigga, I wish you would break in my house. Nigga, come on, man. Yeah, listen, and the fucked up only thing I'm
we,
missing right now, cause I was going to get me a couple of dogs and shit, right?
Hmm.
But we ain't moved yet, so I don't like we got the space for it, but we really don't. But I'm still thinking about go ahead and buy a dog now, cause my daughter want a dog now, and my wife they both teaming up on me, so I might just go ahead and get a dog. But that's the only thing I'm missing in my house, nigga. I got everything to protect myself, but other than the dog, cause I told you my cameras is the first defense. The second gonna be the dog. The third is me gonna shoot the fuck out you
Oh yeah.
if you make it past that. You get 'em? I'm serious about that. Like
That is
yo,
so true.
like I'm trying to warn you. I'm not gonna be easy to roll up on. like I ain't those rappers and shit. get house robbed and shit, nigga. Okay, all right.
No. Hey, Kenny, let me tell you, man. I live in Maryland, so I go to this place, Gunnery. So I make sure my shot
Oh,
stays
we got
stay
hold on. We got
fresh.
hold on. I got a fellow Maryland up in here. You know what I mean? What up? What up? Shout out to the whole DMV, but I got a fellow American up here. What up, MLP? You didn't tell me that before. My
Yeah,
bad. You
yeah,
did
man.
tell
I'm
me
from
that.
Maryland, man.
Yeah, you told me that. I remember that now. Yeah.
What's up?
Go, yeah, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey, yeah. In fact, I live in Annapolis.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, man. Shit, like I said, I had to go down there. I had to keep my shot tight, man. Because like I said, if somebody come in, I'm not gonna shoot you by accident. I'm gonna shoot your ass on purpose.
Right. No, seriously though, like that's why I don't play with guns. Like, like I grew up around guns, and
Yep.
and to this day, I still don't like guns because I knew what guns was for.
Yep.
So, like, I used to see my stepdad, right, at the time. Well, he wasn't married to my mom, but he was like my stepdad, right? He took care of us and shit, right? I remember my stepdad, man. He always used to roll with a motherfucking 22, nigga. Always. Bitch was illegal like a motherfucker. I seen him shoot a nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like we like he, excuse me. He can't get in trouble for this shit now because the motherfucker that he shot is dead, and my stepfather ain't do it. I'm just saying, right? So he can't get in trouble.
Okay, I was gonna say enough for that, right?
Yeah. But he can't get in trouble for this. I remember my stepdad and shit, right? We walking, and he taking me because it's like
Yeah.
a strip. It's a strip where I lived at in East Baltimore, where it's called Miami Street, and Miami Street is like some like it's almost like a it's almost like a mall for us, but it's a strip, right?
Mhm.
So I mean, you got everything fucking on that strip: food, clothes, shoes, whatever. It's like a mall, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get your hair cut, hair done, whatever. It's everything there, right? But it's probably, but outside of that block, everything is dangerous. Like you go down any side street or turn a corner, it's danger, nigga. Okay, like niggas get shot, you turn a corner, nigga might get robbed.
It's like mystical.
Like seriously, that's the first. Listen, the first time I ever got robbed was like on that turning the corner,
God damn.
standing on the bus stop, right? Like, listen, the first time I ever got robbed, and the first time that was first and last time I ever got robbed, right? Because I wasn't moving right. You know what I mean? I'm out there thinking I'm balling and shit, nigga. Like I got like I just got paid from both of my jobs and shit, nigga. My motherfucking stack like that. I'm out there bitch feeling myself. And then that's when cell phones first started coming out. Boy,
Yeah.
I went to go get some minutes on my phone. I'm out there, got my chain on, right? Feeling myself, right? But anyway, to go back to my stepfather, right? He takes me to go to get my hair cut. I go he stand there, he said, I'll be right back. I'm in the barbershop getting my hair cut. I get my hair cut. He said, you know, like a parent tell you, you don't leave this motherfucking barbershop till I get here. Right? So, my impatient ass leaves the barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
So, I leaves the barbershop. So, mind you, at the time, I'm probably no more than like, probably 8, dude. Right? And I fuck around because at the time I'm 8. I don't know about those. You turn that corner, you get robbed or whatever the shit may be. You feel me, nigga? They rob children, men, women, and babies. Nigga, they don't give a fuck. Like,
Oh, they
you
don't
know
care.
what I'm saying? Yeah, like you talking about gangster niggas. They don't give a fuck. All right, so, and mind you, this is the 80s. Okay, this the fucking 80s, dude. This is when the crack epidemic was at an all-time high. So niggas was robbing, stealing. You know what I mean? They ain't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I go to turn the corner. No, yo, nigga he wasn't that much older than me, dude. He had to be no more than like 15. And the dude was like, hey man, what's up, shorty? What you doing right here?
Damn.
Right? I look at this nigga like, I ain't say shit that I was shook, right? He like, oh, nigga, who you with? You with such and them around the corner, nigga? What's up? Because mind you, niggas at 8 was killing niggas too. Where
Yep.
we from? Like, you know what I mean? So these niggas on high alert. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't know. I'm just looking at niggas shook, just eyes big as a motherfucker. And nigga, he was getting ready to grab me. And
Oh
my
shit.
motherfucking stepfather would come around the corner. Hey, nigga, back up off my motherfucking son. Put that motherfucking 22 to that nigga head, because he ain't see it. He ain't see my stepfather come. Nigga, back up. Fuck with my stepson, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And a nigga, at that time, niggas is crazy. So, like I told you, at those times, if you don't pull a gun out and shoot, niggas taking that as a disrespect, right? The dude say, oh, you a bitch nigga. You supposed to pull that trigger. So the nigga went to go grab for his shit. My fucking stuff for bitch nigga. Bah, bah. I was like, God damn.
Damn.
Shot the shit out of him. He ain't trying to kill him, dude. He shot him in the leg, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Shot
But
him in
think
the
about
leg.
Kenny. That was, you talking about the 80s. You talking about crack, man. That was
Yeah.
in the crack deal.
The nigga that was 15, he was a dope boy.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know what I mean? That's why he said, where you from, nigga? You know what I mean? Like, that's why he said that. That's why he was treating me that way. He didn't know. Like, I mean, you supposed to be on your guard then, nigga. You don't know. Like, and you
Yep.
ain't never seen me around. You never seen me before. I wasn't from that area. So it didn't want like niggas knew me around there. So my stepfather shot him and shit, nigga. My stepfather said, nigga, didn't I tell you? Yo, my stepfather was so calm about the shit, but he was mad at me. Because he was like, yo, didn't I tell your motherfucking ass not to move out that motherfucking barbershop? Didn't I tell your punk ass not to do that? Yo, the nigga was killing me, dude. Yo, the whole time walking home, we had blocks to walk, like, you know what I'm saying, to get back to where we live, right? He was like, nigga, hurry up, niggas. These niggas might be coming. yo, yo.
Oh damn.
But like I said, yo, my stepfather wasn't no real gangster nigga like that. It was just that, yo, he grew up in that era where shit was like that, where you had to keep that pistol on you. And it wasn't registered, nigga. It was stolen. I mean, it wasn't stolen. He bought it, but it wasn't registered. Like, you know what I mean? He didn't have a permit for it.
Yeah.
And that's how he rolled. Because I remember, listen, I'm just going to put it like that. I don't know. I don't want to put this out there, but I ain't going to put that out there. But listen, I'm going to say this. Every time I see my stepfather every 6 months, he had a new 22. That's all I'm going to say.
Kenny, I'm gonna say this. My uncle, he was in Vietnam. I've seen him his
Go ahead.
entire life with a gun.
Go ahead. I'm listening to y'all. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mel B.
Yeah, he's always had a gun, man.
Well,
I'm like, since I was little, I remember him with a gun. So it's like I grew up around guns because again, my family was in the military, so guns was just part of life.
it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
And you know what, OG? The other thing is, I knew my black ass better not touch a gun because they went through all that. So I knew I couldn't just pick up a fucking gun and just walk around and just. I didn't know what a gun was. I knew what a gun was. So I wasn't like naive, like somebody got shot in your house because the kid just picked up a gun and shot somebody. That shit didn't happen because I went to look at a gun and got my ass whipped. So I learned that lesson early.
Yeah, listen,
Yep.
my stepfather, dude, I knew where his gun was, nigga. He told me, nigga, if I catch you looking at the gun, I'm gonna beat your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I knew better. Like I said, it's a part of fear, but it's still part of respect.
Exactly.
Like, I knew better not to even attempt to go in my stepmom and mom room to even play with that gun. I knew better. Like, you know what I'm saying? And mind you, I'm growing up. When I leave my house, nigga, ain't nothing but crime around me. But I got some type of fucking level head of knowing not to do certain shit. So that's why, like I said, man, like when you see the young niggas running around and they acting the way they acting though, believe it or not, and I hear these niggas and it almost feel it's
But you know,
sad,
Kenny, that's
but it
because you have no fucking respect anymore.
right, but part of it when the motherfuckers say when the young kids you hear them say, nigga, we don't listen to OGs. Well, nigga, that's part of why y'all dying. That's a part of the problem, bro. Like y'all don't have any respect. Y'all don't have no, like y'all don't even know what loyalty look like.
No, they don't. They
You know what I
don't.
mean? You don't kill your man over no bitch. Like nigga, she for the streets. Like you know what I'm saying? You get what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's just
Like,
fucking crazy, bro. It's just
cause you think
crazy.
about it, majority of the time when niggas is shooting and killing each other, it's really mainly over a chick, man. It's usually over that. It ain't over cause nigga it's that. It's rarely that a nigga catch you, nigga shoot you cause you ain't from around there. You from a different set. It's rarely about that, dude. It's usually over some chick, yo. Telling you. I done seen niggas doing life in prison right now over chick.
Okay, you shooting somebody with pussy, and now you're getting pussy in jail.
Mm. Listen, man. Like I said, I don't know why everybody think it's all right good to go to jail. When I got locked up, nigga, that was the first thing that I said. You know what? I can't do this gangster shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's nigga. When they tell you Scared Straight, remember that series, that TV show Scared Straight,
Yes.
nigga, that scared me, nigga. I nah, and it wasn't like I got fucked with when I was in jail. Cause I was like I had street cred and I had family members that their name rang bells in the streets and in the jails. But
Mm-hmm.
still, nigga, they may send me out of state or I may go somewhere different. And I go to a different jail where they don't give a fuck about my name
You
or
right
who
about
I
that?
know. You feel me? And they might try me. Hell no. Listen, I told you when I seen the thoroughest nigga from
Shit, you remember Lawton?
where I grew up at, get raped. I seen this motherfucker get raped in jail. I said, nah. I said, this ain't for me. I'm done, son. I came
Oof.
home, nigga, and changed my life. I came home and changed my life, nigga. I said, you know what? Listen, and mind you, the crazy part about it, I got a double dose of what my reality was gonna be if I continued to play like not play tough, but like keep this persona, right? When I got in front of that motherfucking judge and that judge said, I can give you 6 years of
Mm-hmm.
doing time in jail for all the bullshit that you've been getting arrested as a juvenile. Cause I could charge you as a motherfucking adult now, cause I was just getting ready to turn 18. And so I can give you 6 years.
God
Straight up
damn.
out the gate off of the fucking bullshit you did. Or I can give you this 6 years and you go home and get your motherfucking life together. Judge told him straight up like that. It was a white judge. He told him straight up. He gave me the choice, nigga. I said, Judge, he didn't even have to give me that choice, nigga. I seen what I seen in jail. Nigga, jail ain't for me, nigga. Hey, Judge, I take the 6 years of probation. Fuck that. I'm changing my life. What program you need? He said, you got to go to this program, and I need you to report on this, and blah, blah, blah. Judge, where I sign? Like, nigga, listen, I ain't never been so scared. Listen, I've been around. I seen friends get their head blown off in front of me, dude. I've been in gunfights. I've been in shit like that. I ain't never
Damn.
been shook like that ever in my life, yo. Like, I got a jail, nigga. I seen that shit that happened to the most thoroughest nigga I know from around where I grew up at. I was like, and that nigga got raped. I said, oh no.
See, I ain't ready for that life.
Nah, nigga, I ain't about that life, and I ain't with the alphabet people type shit. You know what I'm saying? These niggas on some alphabet people shit. Hey, nigga, man. These niggas in here raping niggas. Nah, oh no. And you talking about niggas that know they ain't never coming home. So they don't give a fuck about you calling them gay. Yeah, none of that shit. They don't care about none of that, nigga. They just want some booty. You know what I'm saying? They want something to feel a little moist. Nigga, like,
Oh, the motherfuckers are Fleece Johnson.
yeah. about that when they grab that nigga head, he got a fade. They don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying? These niggas think they fucking the dyke or something. They don't know. Come on, dude. They don't give a fuck. I said, nah, I'm out, son. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was the main reason when I came home and I changed my life at it. I said, nah. That was one of the main reasons. And then I met my wife, and that definitely let me know it was time for me to change my life. And then my mentor too, that I met through the program of getting out the system the way I did. So yeah, dude, like man, that would fuck me up, dude. I tell niggas I ain't about jail, nigga. Fuck that shit. I don't even know why niggas glorify that shit.
Exactly. Stupid.
And like I said, ain't no pussy in me. Listen, if I had to spend the rest of my life in that bitch, I get it. But if I don't gotta spend the rest of my life in that bitch, I ain't trying to come back. Fuck like, nah, nigga. Like, yo, I don't even understand when people get in jail and they see that shit. They be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you don't get listen, even if you don't get fucked with in jail, just seeing other people get fucked with. Like, nah, dude. No, man. I don't want to see. Let's think when I seeing another nigga get raped like that. No, fuck out of here, man. And and first of all, I don't even like rapists and molesters and shit like that. So why would I want to be around niggas like that?
Exactly. Hey, Kenny, do you remember this movie called Penitentiary?
Who was in it?
I think it was what's his motherfucking name? Too Sweet. I said, well, first time I saw that shit, man, I said, oh no, penetrant. I ain't trying to get no trouble.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about.
I think I seen it too, but you're talking a long time ago too.
Yeah, that's when that movie come out.
Like in the 80s, kind of like early 80s, because like 3 or 4 of them.
All right. Yeah.
I know, bro. I mean, because that was one of them things it was like a long time ago. But like I said, when I saw that shit, I was little. I was like, I ain't trying to see this. I ain't trying to get in that world.
Yeah. And the crazy shit about it though, I didn't see a lot of those movies like that. I probably did, but they're probably you young, you don't really, really think about it. But you hear whispers of niggas, cause niggas, like if you be around a lot of street niggas, they tell you, yeah, nigga, I was up in that motherfucking year. I was talking to Craig and them. You remember little John? John was in there with me. Like these niggas glorified, like yeah, nigga, I did the same. So you think in your mind, it ain't that big of a deal, right? Then that one nigga come home and he tell you, yeah, them niggas in there raping niggas, man. You see that?
Crazy.
You like, oh, what? Raping? Yeah, you remember little John around the corner? Yeah, man, they got him, man. What? Like, niggas be casual about that shit. Like, nah, nigga. Fuck out of here, man. Yeah. Like, nah, man. And then you still don't really truly get it until you see it or you be a part of that shit. Like you in the jail cell. So when I seen that shit, I said, hell no, nigga. Scared the shit out of me. Even though I know it wasn't happening to me, and it most likely wouldn't have happened to me because I had respect, like, you know what I mean? I had clout. Nah,
yeah.
Nigga. Nah, nigga. Man. You know what I mean? I don't even like somebody stealing from me, dude. So imagine somebody raping a motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, I seen a nigga come in there, he was talking gangster. Like, real gangster shit, nigga. He was on some gangster shit. And I swear to you, when I seen that shit, that nigga got raped, the next day I seen this nigga, you seen the light go out his eye. It's like a darkness.
God.
It's like you don't see the nigga, you don't see any life in him after that. When a nigga get something like that happen to a nigga. Seriously, yo, that's what scared me the most. Cause I was like, yo, I see this nigga the next day. I'm like, yo, whoa. Like, you know what I mean? So that's why, like, I tell people when a woman tell me she been raped, I'm automatically gonna side with her. Now, I'm not gonna have a closed mind or automatically, 100% believe her, but I'm automatically gonna side with her. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? To like kind of like in a protective way
Yeah.
until we find out exactly truly what happened. Like, but I'm gonna side with the woman first. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I had that mind state because I seen that shit from what happened to a dude. That shit ain't
Hey,
that shit
Kenny,
ain't
let me
cool,
tell you, I was
man.
at a party up in Southeast
Mm-hmm.
DC years ago in the 80s, and it was trying to set this one chick up. And me and my boys up there, and we saw it going down. Hey, we had to fuck them up, man. We had to get the fuck out of DC, but we whipped that ass because we knew what was going on. It's crazy, man. I'm like,
Well,
you got a still pussy? Come
what
on
they was
now.
doing? They was trying to rape the girl.
Yep.
Oh man, I don't even understand the mind state of that.
Yep, try to rape it, put some shit in there in a drink, and then kept
Yeah,
following around. We saw that shit. I said, I know this motherfucker ain't trying to steal pussy. Really?
yeah, niggas be doing. They're like, yo, think about how insecure you are as a person to do some shit like that though. Like, you get what I mean? Like, you gotta drug a woman to get some pussy.
That's bad.
Like, yo, you gotta be a real insecure nigga, man.
Really insecure, nigga.
Like,
Really.
yo, come on, man. And like I said, that ain't no shit that you just all of a sudden start doing. You seen that shit
And
before.
and the thing is, man, I got nothing but sisters. So for me, I could be my sister in that situation. So I ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
sit around and just say, "Oh, it ain't my sister." Man up. You gotta handle some shit.
Like, think about it though. Who does that though? Like think about the mind state of somebody that think like that. Like, I'm a drug her. I'm a drug her to. I'm gonna get that pussy. She gonna give me that pussy. I'm gonna drug the shit out of her. Like, you know
Fucked
what I
up,
mean?
man.
Like, yo, just the mind state of that. You
Yes.
gotta be off your rocker a little bit, dude. And don't tell me you just intoxicated. Nah, nigga, you off your rocker to think that that's okay to do.
True.
Like, nah, bro. Like, they see they the motherfuckers. See, motherfuckers like that. I believe they deserve to be in jail for the rest of their life. Listen, nigga. I take a murdering nigga over a rapist. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta listen. You get what I'm saying? I gotta like.
Exactly.
Usually when niggas kill a motherfucker, yo, it's for a reason. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's very rare that a motherfucker kills somebody for nothing. Right? Like, we see certain shit, we be like, yo, that was stupid the nigga killed somebody. But if you really get into the details of that shit, it's a reason why he did it.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? It may not be up to our moral high ground of why he did it or why he should have did it. You get what I'm saying? But it's a reason why some of these motherfuckers kill people. But
Exactly.
I never understand. I never will understand as much as I try to. I never understand a nigga, somebody that raped somebody or molest a kid or something. I can't understand that, dude. I truly can't. That ain't nothing I could just.
Hey man, let me tell you, Kenny. I had an uncle, man, on my father's side, man, and everybody knew that motherfucker was a child molester. He molested every one of his kids, and they just told us, "Well, just stay away from him." I said, "You ain't protecting the motherfucking kid by telling us to stay away from him. Why don't you put that motherfucker in jail? The fuck was wrong with you?" And that's the mindset they had back then.
But you know what? That wasn't just a black thing either. That was a societal thing. Like that was some shit that it was in every family, no matter what color skin you
Yep, that
Oh no,
was.
was
that's across the board. It was
Yeah,
everybody. Everybody
that's
heard
some
it.
shit
yeah.
like white people do it all the time,
That was
nigga. They
that.
have incest with their
There
kids
was
all the
that
time.
that
Well,
taboo
not all
shit
of
that
them,
you
some
weren't
of them.
supposed to
Sorry.
talk about.
Yeah, you're right, OG. You're
You
right,
know,
OG.
everyone knew about, Uncle whoever,
Ain't
and
that
they
crazy,
sent
the
Oh,
OG?
all the
You
kids
know the
oh,
away.
motherfucker's a
oh.
molester, but you like stay away from him, and just stay away from his ass.
My parents had me training in track.
Hey,
They
yo,
set
that's
up a
fucked up,
fucking
yo.
obstacle course in the backyard. They
Hey,
was like,
listen,
"You're gonna be a fast motherfucker."
we shouldn't be laughing about this shit, but it is funny though. Like, motherfuckers at the family, like, yo, hey, stay away from Uncle Earl. You know how he is and shit. Uncle Earl be saying, then the Uncle Earl say, y'all can stay here for the night. Your motherfucking parents like, nah, they good. They coming on home with us. Y'all good. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Stay away from
Fuck.
Uncle Johnny ass. You know how he is.
Yeah, Uncle Johnny on some bullshit. Like, You know Uncle Johnny a motherfucking child molester, but you won't get this nigga locked up. Hey, come on. Well,
I remember being a kid.
motherfucker, no, you know what the fucked up shit I heard before? Motherfucker say, well, that's Big Mama favorite kid. So what? We don't want to break Big Mama heart, but Big Mama okay with Johnny out here raping your motherfucking nephew. Fuck out of here. The fuck out of here, man. Oh, yo, I don't got no tolerance for stupid people, man. That's just plain stupid.
It's some crazy shit, man.
Just gonna let this motherfucker just run around and fuck all the little kids and shit.
and then don't fuck around and let them get somebody pregnant. Be like, damn, he was like Uncle Johnny. No, boy, shut the fuck up. Damn.
Yeah, you know they ain't. Hey, man, don't never say his father deadbeat, known as Uncle Johnny and shit. Uncle Johnny is father and shit. The fuck out of here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, yo.
Hey,
exactly.
You guys remember when you were a kid and you said something that you weren't supposed to say? Mm-hmm. Like in front of your parents out in public? Well, one of my uncles, he used to counterfeit money. And I was watching him one day. I was over at his house or whatever. So my mom and me, we're at the supermarket. And my mom did not have enough cash on her. And I was like, you should get one of those machines like Uncle so-and-so because he just makes the money. My mom slapped me so fucking hard across my face and said, don't you ever say that again. But I mean, I was a kid.
You trying to get Uncle Earl locked the fuck up? What's wrong with you? We know Uncle Earl a motherfucking counterfeiter. We get it. You ain't got to tell everybody. What's wrong with you? Got the dog shit beat out you by your mama.
I sure did right there in the supermarket.
Yo, I swear to God.
And those were the days where, and those were the days that, you know, people, hey, you know what? Your mom would take rounds, you know, they would ring the bell. She would go sit in the corner, get a drink of water, come back and whip my ass again in public. You know, like just 2 or 3 beatings. And it was a natural thing back then. I mean, I wasn't the only child getting beat in public.
Listen, like I said, you know the crazy part about all this shit, though, is that now I look at the young folks a lot of the times, a lot of them need ass whippings, but I understand that you can't keep whipping the kid ass. You know what I mean? You like even like when I hear it, like if my wife spank my daughter and shit, I get a little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know when my wife see me spank her, she get a little, like, you know what I'm saying? But it need to happen. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't go far. Like, you know what I mean? Spank that ass. Didn't I tell you, motherfucker, enough of the talking back?
But Kenny,
like,
think about it. Growing up, you used to fuck us up with a belt, a shoe, any goddamn thing. That's why they took it to this level, because they were hitting us with all kinds of shit, bricks and every goddamn thing.
You might get hit with a barbell, nigga. That's the fuck out. Nigga, your mama might throw a whole barbell at your ass, nigga. I tell your punk ass to shut up. Shut your ass up. You know the crazy shit.
Because, you know.
Good.
No, I was gonna say.
Hold on, I'm listening.
You know, just thinking about the good old ass whippings I used to get growing up. You know, because you have to adapt your style on receiving the ass whipping. You can't cry too early.
No, you couldn't.
And you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you know, as a kid, I would try to time it. Ow!
It was a plan. You're right, OG. It was a plan. You couldn't fuck around and do it early, because then they really put the hurt on you.
Oh, you want to cry? I'm going to give you a reason to cry. So you gotta man up, and you gotta take a couple of good lickings.
Now, OG, have you ever got your ass whipped buck naked?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Whew.
Lay down.
that ain't
Oh,
not.
you know what? My mom, she was ruthless because she, go take a bath, go get cleaned up, and
They're
then
gonna
she'd
whip
whip
your
that
ass
ass.
and then tell you go take a shower and go take a bath.
Yeah,
Ain't
like
that a
nigga,
No,
bitch?
no,
first of all, nigga,
they
after you
told
to
me to
whip,
take a
hold up,
shower first.
right? Take a bath, get out the bathtub, and you whip my ass. I'm sweating. I'm back dirty again. What the fuck going on here? Like, you know what I'm saying? I back got dirt on
It
me and
made no
shit.
sense.
Fuck out of here, mom. What the fuck going on? Fuck, I ain't clean.
And she didn't care, and she didn't care either. I mean, you're talking about a Cuban from the homeland. She catch you right out of that bathtub. You still wet. Start
God
whipping
damn.
you. You know.
But just hold up, but just imagine back way back in the day when Joe Jackson was the Dundada whipping ass. Like, boy, tell Mike and them nigga, that dance move ain't right. Go get the switch, nigga. You better move that leg right. No, that's the rock. Mike, Marlon, go get the goddamn switch. Jackie, you motherfucker. Play the guitar right. Wrong string, nigga. Wrong
And you
string,
can't
nigga.
forget Tito.
What the
Can't
Tito?
forget
Tito,
Tito's
you
ass.
wanna play with my guitar, nigga? You wanna play my guitar, nigga? Go get that motherfucking switch out there, nigga. Like, yo, Joe Jackson was a bad motherfucker, boy. But them niggas wind up being great. All them ass whippers, you better be great. Fuck out of here, nigga. Listen, yo, nigga, listen, you whip my ass that much, nigga, I
Oh my
better be
god.
great.
That's so true.
I better be great. Fuck out of
Oh
here, nigga.
Jesus!
Listen, I ain't gonna
It
lie to you.
reminds me of when
I
I was.
might not, hold up, I might not be Michael Jackson and nothing like that, nigga, but I'm great in a way. My mama beat the dog shit out of me, nigga. Okay? Whip my ass. Then after she whipped my ass, tell me, shut up. I can't. Nigga got hiccups. Like, oh, that
Oh, that's the worst.
I can't be quiet. Fuck,
Snot
you just
coming
beat the
down your
dog.
nose.
Yeah, you just beat the dog shit out of me. I'm supposed to stop crying. Fuck out of here, man. Like, yo. Motherfuckers, yo. Think about that shit. Remember your parents tell you, she just beat the dog shit out you, or your father just beat the dog shit out you, and he say, and be quiet and don't say goddamn thing. You are that bitch like, can't be quiet. Fuck you talking about, nigga? I'm gonna have a heart attack. Like, fuck. Trying to hold in my cry, nigga. I'm about to die. Fuck bro. Listen, holding in my cry hurt more than the ass whooping. Fuck out of here, man.
Oh my god.
But listen, you got them ass whippers because it made you not when you was out there doing fuck shit. You didn't go even if you was doing fuck shit, you ain't go so far
That's true.
because you had that fear of like nah. I remember a time I was with a couple of friends of mine. We was doing some fuck shit, and then we was getting ready to do some shit to go overboard, and I was like, nah, nigga, Cause in the back of my head, my mama gonna beat. She already gonna fuck me up for this shit. You talking about her? She gonna kill my ass. I do this. Like nah, nigga. Nah, I ain't with that shit. Oh, you a punk bitch? I'm a punk bitch then. Nigga, I gotta go see my mama, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? I gotta go home. Fuck wrong with you? And I leave them niggas. Get the fuck out of here. But those ass whoopings and shit like that
It,
prepared you for a lot of the shit that you deal with white supremacy though.
yep,
Because
it did.
you know how to conduct yourself in a certain type of way. You know when not to allow anybody to do certain shit to you. Like, you know what I mean? I always tell people
Yep.
I ain't never disliked my mom because she gave me ass whoopings and shit like that. Like I needed that shit. I was a badass kid, dude. You know what I'm saying? I can admit that. Everybody in my fucking family will tell you that nigga crazy. Like they tell you that. I'm the black sheep of both sides of my family. How the fuck how you the black sheep of both sides of the family? That's impossible, right? But it is possible because it's me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a black sheep on both sides. Niggas on both sides of my family, they tell you, yeah, that nigga crazy, right? But I just did. I wish my mom was there more. Like, you know what I mean? That's all. The ass whoopings was the ass whoopings, nigga.
Yeah.
I needed that shit. You get what I mean? So now when my daughter do certain shit, nigga, I ain't quick to whip her ass. You know what I mean? Like I intimidate her ass by just raising my voice a little bit. Hey, what I just tell you? Hey, get your little ass up out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to whip her ass. You know what I mean? And I don't try to talk down to her too much either. Like, it's different skills that you learn through the years, but don't get it twisted. Those certain skills that you learn how to do your kid's still a kid. Here and there, you're gonna have to spank that ass. Let
Yeah.
him know who daddy, nigga.
There you
Oh,
go.
fuck out of here. Seriously, you got to.
Yeah.
You don't get whipped. You don't body slam your fucking kid in the middle of the street or nothing like that.
Yeah, yeah. You don't do no crazy shit like that.
Yeah, like my mom ain't body slam me and no shit like that, but she did whip my ass. Listen, I'm afraid of my mom, so I let her whip my ass. These kids won't let you whip their ass, so a lot of times you see the parents fight them and shit, throw them hands. Come here, you little motherfucker. You don't want an ass whooping? Let's throw these hands down. That's usually what. But you gotta catch your kid. I always tell people, you catch your kid young. You catch them young. You put the fear in their ass
Yeah, if
young.
you don't want to throw hands when you pass your prime.
No,
Exactly.
no, nigga, that ain't me. I ain't fighting my kid. I'll shoot the fuck out you. I don't fight. Listen, nigga, I'm too old for fighting. I don't give a fuck if my kid is not. I'm not fighting you.
That's when you catch them in their sleep. OG, choke the shit out of them.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. Nigga, I catch you slipping in your sleep. Put that motherfucking forearm on your neck. Nigga, didn't I tell you, little punk ass, to take that motherfucking them dishes out the
There you go.
motherfucking dishwasher, nigga? Didn't I tell you, little punk ass, and you told me no? Or you thought I forgot, didn't you, nigga? Say something, nigga. Your mama ain't here, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So I ain't slipping, nigga. I ain't slipping.
I bet you that nigga wake up with a new attitude. Daddy crazy as a motherfucker. He catch you in your sleep. This nigga can't sleep no more. This nigga, what they call that shit when a nigga can't sleep?
Oh, insomnia.
Insomnia. That nigga got
Insomnia.
insomnia now. He's scared daddy gonna come in there and choke him. Fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck out of here, man. Like, sometimes you got, listen, man. You gotta. Your kid should never disrespect you in a way. Like I always say, your kid should, like, I got respect for adults, dude. Right? But don't get it wrong. I don't respect adults that don't respect me. Right? But that's because I'm older. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I was young, dude, I ain't like disrespecting an adult, nigga. That shit could get you killed.
Kill, get you shot up. In some houses,
Yeah. Shit, Big Mama shoot the fuck out you.
sure would beat that ass. In fact, she would only fuck you up. Everybody else around her would fuck you up for being not watching your
Disrespecting
goddamn
Big
mouth.
Mama. Yeah, yeah, you cussing around and disrespecting Big Mama anyway. Aunts and uncles
You get
jump the
tag
shit out
team.
you in that bitch. Yeah, they jump the fuck out you in there. Nigga, you talk bad, nigga. But that's what I said. These niggas, they don't have that no more.
Exactly.
They Big Mama is 50 years old. Fuck,
In some cases, could be 40.
right. Fuck out of here, man. Like, yo. Hey, come on, man. Don't get it wrong. Like, my mom only 14 years older. Well, 15 years older than I am. You get what I'm saying? She had me when she was 15. So, you know, and that's probably a while. Like, if you see me around my mom or something like that, you would think that we like brother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a respect level there. I'm real silent when I'm around my mom. Like, it's that even though we ain't tight and we don't get along like that, but I'm solid. I'm real, like, I don't say too much when I'm around her. You get what I mean? It's almost a respect level there. You get what I'm saying? So certain
Exactly.
shit I just don't, I know not to say. She's still my mom. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like that, man. I just think a lot of these kids don't just They don't. It's not even just they don't have a respect. Like we missed generations of these kids having what we had. You get what I'm saying? Even through the hard times in life. You know what I'm saying? We still had people around us, even if they wasn't our mom and dad. We still had aunts and uncles and big mamas and shit like that still around us to check us, to keep us in check. They don't have that.
No, they don't.
So that's why they grew up disrespectful. And then you got the punk ass parents and shit. They didn't even supposed to be parents. You get what I'm saying?
You
Like,
ain't lying, bro. Some people shouldn't have kids at all.
yeah,
Hmm.
like yeah, some of these motherfuckers don't even deserve to have kids, man. That way I see them treat their kids and shit. Nigga, I ain't never, nigga, I'm so paranoid. I ain't never thought about I'm so tired one day I leave my kid in the car. Fuck out of here.
Shit. I know
I
that better
listen,
not happen.
Yeah.
nigga, I had a thought in my head one time. I say, look, the car is so close, I'm gonna run right in here to the store and I'm gonna come right back. I had that thought, but you know what popped in my mind? Nah, that ain't right. Anything can happen. Right after that, after I had that thought, the other thought came in. The right shit came in and said, nah, nigga, that no. Get your daughter out there, take her in the motherfucking store. Even though you ain't gonna be wrong, you can sit there and watch the car. You don't know if a robber come right in that bitch and just steal your car. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. These
Yep.
these motherfuckers. Some people, like you said, some of these people don't deserve to have kids, man.
No, man. We can see that every day.
Let me ask y'all a question, and be honest. Be honest with yourselves. Okay. Listen, if Donald Trump came up to you right now, said we give you $50 million to go out there and promote him, would you do it?
Fuck no. Mm-mm.
Oh,
That means
Jay,
I
would
done
you?
sold my soul to the devil. Fuck that. No. I don't need the money that bad.
I have to agree,
Mm-mm.
you know,
Nah,
with Mel.
again, I gotta look at my.
You
Listen to this
know,
old G. You gotta look at
the
yourself in the mirror and
quote.
say, "What the fuck did I do? I
Yep.
don't sold my soul for $50 million? Oh hell no!"
Yep. Well, it comes down, I like old movies, and one of my favorite older movies is Scarface. And to quote Scarface, Al Pacino, he's like, "I got my word on my balls, and I ain't gonna break either of them for anyone."
Yeah, listen, but I'm
You
saying,
know,
are
and that's
y'all
what it is.
sure? Are y'all sure? Are y'all sure
Yeah,
that
I've
y'all
gone
ain't?
this.
But hey, Kenny,
I
but think
gone
about
this
it.
far.
Once you take that money, he own your ass. So you basically a $50 million slave now.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, that's true. So that's what I'm saying. So let me ask
You
y'all a
know
question.
that's a young
Oh,
man's dream anyway. That's
no,
how.
no, no, that ain't no young
I'm
man's
sorry.
dream. You still see Clybourne out here buck dancing and cooning. That ain't no young
Yeah, yeah,
man's
you're
dream.
right.
Fuck out of here. Don't blame it on the youth.
No, no, I didn't say it was today's kids, but I'm just saying. I mean, you could. That's a young man's pipe dream. You know.
What do you mean? What you mean?
No, that you got to stand for something. You just can't conform and be like a fucking Plato or whatever. And just conform. You got to be about something. And the sooner that you stand for something, I mean, you have purpose and meaning in life instead of being
Yep.
manipulated and being a puppet for someone else with their own agenda. That's the thing that you got to be self-aware, like you say, Kenny.
OG,
You
you
got
hit
to
it
be
on the head.
self-aware. You
You
got to be
have
a
to be
realist.
self-aware.
Oh shit! Give me one. Y'all go ahead. Give me 1 second. I didn't. My lighter didn't ran
No,
down. Y'all
because
go
you know
ahead.
what? You can't improve yourself because none of us are born perfect, and all of us have been exposed to a bunch of different shit. And
Exactly.
if you're self-aware, you could identify, wait a second, I think this fucking shit's wrong. What's going on, even though it's around you. You have a choice to challenge it in your head or accept it.
And
And being self-aware is probably one of the most important traits a person can have because there is going to be an issue. There is going to be a problem. You have to always be forward thinking. You have to
But you
evolve
know,
in your
G, the
thinking as a
problem
person.
is people choose not to evolve. It's easy to just be who you are, because that way you don't have to cause any problems. And that's kind of the reason we're in the situation now. Nobody want to be a
Well,
leader; they want to be a
it's the
follower.
status quo, right? It's just going along to get along type of mentality. That's why you still have, if we want to break it down even to a little bit further, you still have,
Yeah,
for example, the Republicans. They want Trump in there for what he stands. They're trying to cling desperately to power, knowing that the uh, makeup of America is shifting. And they're going to be the minority within the next 20 years or so. White people, uh, and the minorities are going to be the majority. Um, and they know that, and they're in fear of that. It's better to, I mean, and they're still like headstrong. They don't want to change who they are. It's like
but you
me.
know what
I
they
don't
are,
think the
G?
same way
They're
I did.
dinosaurs. They
What's
know
up?
the meteor is going to hit,
Yeah,
and they have no control over it.
Hey, 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 hey.
you're right about that.
Let me. Hey.
Well,
So
that's what.
now, can hold up. Now, can I ask y'all this question? Now, do y'all understand why Candace Owens does what she does? Honestly, the
Can
Brandon
I
Tatum's of
understand
the
it?
world, because it ain't just Candace Owens. She's just the face right now of coonery, but she ain't the only one. Do you
Yeah, I know what
understand
she's doing.
why they do a lot of the shit that they do?
Like,
I
there's
mean,
multiple reasons.
let me ask y'all. We understand the money part about it, right? Do y'all really truly understand the other parts of why they do what they do, though?
Self hate,
Yeah, but it's more than that.
besides the money.
Yeah, it's more than just the self hate and the money. It's more than that. Y'all know why they do that? I'm asking both of y'all,
Well,
Melvin.
you know what? I really think is a combination of you. In order to sell somebody into your mindset, you have to have someone who looks like you to buy into it.
What do you mean? What you mean, Malp?
It's kind of like when Planned Parenthood couldn't work back in the day unless you had black ministers and black scholars saying, "Hey, it's good to go with, um, you know, get rid of your kids because it saves, money." So you need somebody like that to kind of push and say, "Hey, if your minister is telling you should do it, then you should go and roll with it." So so you're gonna need somebody that people believe in to kind of like
All right.
follow.
Let me say this. This is why I don't believe in abortions, right? Listen, I'm not telling women not to have abortion. This is your decision, right? But the history on why abortions was even a thing, and I think a lot of people don't know this, or even a lot of women don't know this. The reason that abortions was even a thing was not because of, like, a kid would be sick and they would suffer and shit like that, because we didn't have the technology back then to even know that, right? Um, or even if we knew a woman could die from it, we didn't have the technology back then for us to know that back then, right? The reason that abortions was like that is because they was being raped. Women were being raped, mainly black women, right? Because white women, it didn't matter if they got raped by um like if they got raped by a black dude or something like that, they would say, just as say they say that they got raped by a black dude, right? Which we know a lot of that shit was a lie. They was having sex with black people and shit, right? Black men, and they would have babies and shit. What happened when a white woman would have that baby? They would keep it and run away, or if they would stay, they the white man would kill the baby, right? Back in those times when black women, I guess you could say we were free or something like that, they still used to get raped and shit like that after slavery.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why a lot of like that's why you even hear about abortions really like that. That was mainly a black thing. Because white people didn't believe in abortions. That's why you see the evangelicals, white churches and shit. They real strict on that shit. That's why they don't like it. They always been programmed that way. The reason that you see people, the black people or whoever it is, maybe fighting for abortions and shit, is because some fact that was some shit like we when we think about abortions or people having abortions, when it comes to black people, a lot of us think this way. They got us in the notion of thinking that just because you ain't ready to have a kid, right? It's not that. That's not why abortions was created. It was created because they was being raped by white people, white men. So that's how abortions actually even came to, a thing. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because abortions was never nobody never believed in abortions. Even when black people, like when they was slaves and shit like that, they didn't think about abortions and shit like that. They only started thinking about that shit, or that shit came to a thought or something like that, was after slavery. You get what I'm saying? So I need people to really truly understand. That's why I don't believe in abortions. But I'm okay with women having abortions because imagine somebody rape you, dude, or any woman. I don't give a fuck what color skin they are. Do rape you and they impregnate you. Some women can't look at that fucking kid like, you know what I mean? They gonna have the hate.
That's true.
Like, you get what I'm saying? I get it. But my thing is, all right, you gonna do that, but just give the kid up for adoption. Don't kill it. That's why I don't believe in abortions. If whatever the situation, even if it's rape, just get a kid up for abortion. I mean, get a kid up for adoption. You get what I'm saying? So that's my thing about that. What y'all think? Because I needed to throw that out there so people could truly understand where abortions came from, why it was even like it
Yeah,
exists
because
in a
you
way.
think about it, Kenny. Um, Before then, it was never an issue. I mean, you never heard anybody aborting anybody. That wasn't. I mean, it may have happened, but it wasn't a big thing. But it really came to play in the 20s. Well, around the 19th, 20th century,
No, it
because
was no, it was a big thing, and like right after slavery. It was like right after that. It was maybe like 10 years after that, maybe. So yeah, you might write like the 1919.
okay,
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was around that. It was a little after slavery, dude. It's maybe 5 years or something like that. And then when it was like a big issue, but like you said, like running the 1920s or something like that, because then people was going around having abortions and shit and doing it like in the cruel way they was doing it, and so that made it an issue. But go ahead.
yeah, because so it's like all of a sudden, why all of a sudden now you want to start to have abortions and to calm down the black populations. What they used is what they came up with, which again is eugenics. It's about making sure we can control populations or control our population. Before, they didn't matter. With slavery, you can have as many kids as you want,
Mm-hmm.
but after that point, it was like, oh, we gotta make sure we limit how many blacks we have. So again,
Right,
it's about control and it's about power, because it knew to say if the blacks keep having more and more babies, we ain't really have that many, then they'll be able to become the majority, and we can't have that. It's all about power. All of it's about controlling power. No matter what you think about it, it had nothing to do with money. Not on our side, it had money to do on their side. Just like when slaves, 3/5 of a person. So
and and and, and,
everything
uh,
is based on that.
and the throw on top of that is that what people don't realize, now we in the 21st century, right? So now what people don't realize, they was like, well, the white people don't really want abortions,
Mm-hmm.
right? Why they don't want it? It's not because they mad at black people for having abortions. They mad because it's white people, white women out here having abortions. That's
There
why
you
they
go.
against it. Okay, that's why they were never against this shit back in the day. They really wasn't. Okay, they was not against this shit back in the day like that. They tried to use like what they're using. That they tried to use back then when they first tried to had a problem with it. All of a sudden, was that because the white women was rebelling against the white man too. They did because they was being raped by by their own husbands and shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So they was getting abortions and shit like that because they didn't want to have babies by this evil motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? And so that's why they had a problem with it. But they always the one thing that they always do is they kryptonite kind of like right. What they throw in
Mm-hmm.
there is like a bomb. They throw in Christianity. Religiously, this is not right, right? Like you get what I mean? But they don't really care if the black or the minorities have abortions. They try to pretend that they care. They only care that the white women are having abortions.
Exactly.
It's all that's about. It's all that's about. And like, and I don't know why a lot of people can't understand that. Like even white women, like what are you against abortion for? A lot of your your ancestors was okay with abortion because their husbands was raping them. Okay, that's why I listen. I always tell people I don't even know why white women are racist. I don't understand it.
You know what's so crazy, Kenny? It's like they are determined to stick with the devil they know than the devil they don't know. It sounds crazy, but that's why the Democrats say we need to go after white women. They're never going to change. Again, they're raising these little terrorists, and until they really realize what's going on, then we're always going to have this problem.
Yeah, and I always tell people the reason that you see a lot of white women siding with you see more white women side with black people. It's for a reason. It's a reason for that. It's because they was they at one period of time they was a minority.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? It still is. They just
Yes.
don't see it. But they was a minority. And so that's why you always see more white women side with black people on black issues than you see white men.
And remember, they only finally got their right to vote in 1920.
I don't even think they got their full rights of voting then. Because I think they didn't really get their full rights of voting
Oh shit.
into the 60s. Like I think back at that time they only could
Yeah, I think
vote.
you're
They
right
had the
because they were
they
they were
had that
marching
oh,
and burning bras.
right. They had the only they had to vote the way their husbands wanted them to vote. So they didn't
Right.
have the full equal rights of voting, like for themselves. Like they wanted to vote for something and they didn't want to vote for something. They couldn't do that back then. Even when they could vote and shit like that when they got the rights to vote. They only could vote of their white white male counterparts say you vote the way I vote. Cause I heard somebody like a while ago said that she was a white woman. She said I'm okay with if my husband I'm vote for what my husband want. That's racist right there. Because of the simple fact we know how white women only voted the way their white counterparts voted. You know what I'm saying? So if it was like a black issue or something like that, they needed to vote for. They was against their husband or and they wanted to vote the opposite way. They couldn't do it. That's why you seen a lot of white women siding with the civil rights movement like it did. Like I said, you seen more women than white men side with the civil rights movement.
Yep.
I just keep telling people that. Listen, I understand we got the Kerns and shit out here, but but they the motherfuckers I be like, yo, why y'all racist? Like it don't make any sense.
But Kenny, a lot of people, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. It's like they'll go against their own self interest because of hate. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, no, it does. It actually does if you really truly think about it. They go, especially white women. I say this all the time. They'll go against their self interest because even back in the day when they didn't have the rights that they have now, they still had more rights than us. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they like fuck it. I'd rather they getting brainwashed into the way I'd rather have some more rights. I'd rather have more rights than the motherfucking blacks or the minorities. I don't even like. I don't think I should be equal to them. I want to have more rights than them. So it makes sense. It makes sense in the wave. Like if you really dig deep down into why they do a lot of the shit that they do. You get what I mean?
Wow.
I
That's
understand.
true.
I understand why white men against all future shit and bringing people, everybody getting treated equally. I get that too. That makes sense to me too. When you was the one that you had all the rights, and you don't want you don't want nobody to come equal to you. Nowhere close to that.
That is so true.
So that makes it all makes sense, right? But rational people that actually care about other people, it doesn't make sense to us. Like, you get what I'm saying? But if you actually do the history and understand the mind state of some of these people, then you understand why they do what they
Yeah.
do. What up, talking?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's up, my man?
What up, bro?
Yeah, I just figured I'd jump in right quick before I get onto these live streams.
Hey, listen.
What's up?
Now we gonna ask you because we know you the guy. We know you the guy. Okay. Now you seen my boys the other night, Saturday night.
Yeah, Brooklyn
Brooklyn.
definitely. They did it in the second half.
Now, what did I tell everybody? If you can't outscore them, you're not going to beat them.
That's true, but they were better defensively in the second half. They did pick.
I think they was pretty good in the first half. It wasn't like they weren't down like by like 10, 20 points.
But they
15
wasn't good
points.
defensively in that first half,
No.
especially defending that three.
No. I get that. But when they went to the second half, when they was down by like what, 6, 7?
Yeah.
That ain't bad. That's pretty good defense for them. That's all I'm saying.
But
Like
they ratcheted up in the second half.
yeah, listen, if they went in the half down 15 points, that's bad. That's bad D. But if they went down in a second half at that, to halftime, down 7 under 10, that's pretty good. That's all I'm saying, bro. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
I'm not expecting great defense from the Brooklyn Nets, nigga. Like, come on, man. None of them niggas play no D like that. Ain't nobody on that team is a defensive stopper. Nobody. And KD is a decent defensive player. But he
Right.
ain't. Yeah, come on. But if you can't outscore my mans in them, you're not beating them. You're not beating them. And like I said, and I keep telling people, you listen, the only way you beating the Brooklyn Nets, only way any team beating the Brooklyn Nets, if they are not shooting well, which happened in the first half, right?
Right.
That's mainly what happened, right?
Pretty much.
And they wasn't shooting good from 3 either. Right? So those two things,
That's true.
It's mainly on them. You get what I'm saying? And they got to, and the third thing, they got to play decent defense. You get what I'm saying? They ain't got to play good defense. They got to play decent. That's it. You ain't beating them if on all 3 of those things, they all automatically all the way on. You're not beating them.
Definitely.
It's too much firepower there. Now, let me ask you this question.
What's up?
Because everybody leaving and shit because they don't like the sports. But fuck it. But before you go live, we got about 12 minutes, 11 minutes. What you think because they had this thing. They said they don't think that the Nets big three could beat LeBron big three with Miami. What you think?
Oh wow, that's a good question right there. Yeah, I would give the edge to more. Well, I would give the slight edge to the Miami's big three, but in in the in the last couple of years that LeBron was there, D Wade started to decline.
Right. It's a good matchup.
It would be
Um, the only reason I get an edge to the Nets is because it's nobody on that team that can stop KD.
you got a good point,
It's nobody. You throw Chris Bosh on him. Chris Bosh can't stop KD.
right?
LeBron can't stop KD. Even
Right.
LeBron at that time coming into his prime, he not stopping KD. So that's the only reason I give the edge to the Nets, because nobody on that team, and Dwayne Wade definitely ain't stopping KD.
Oh no.
And he was a great defender. You get what I'm saying? Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
But that's the only reason I give the edge, because nobody's stopping LeBron either.
Not at all.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Nobody's stopping LeBron.
Or Kyrie.
And D Wade that year, not that year, not that year, not that first year they got together. No, no, not stopping. D Wade is probably behind Kobe Bryant. He's the third best shooting guard.
That 2011 finals, Wade was a beast. If the Heat would have won, he definitely would have been the MVP of that series.
Yeah, he was a beast all year. He played when he needed to play. Like
right.
He did what he had to do. But if you tell him you put them in a 7-game series like that, and D Wade know it's only 7 games, oh, you're gonna get the best out of D Wade. And I just don't think that nobody could stop him. Like, seriously, I don't give a fuck KD. I don't care. Nobody's stopping him. But I just think that nobody could stop KD. And that'll be the problem. Like, shit, man. And I don't want to shit on Chris Bosh like that. You know what I mean? Because I think him getting with I just don't think that I don't think he get enough credit because he was on that team. And
definitely,
you know what I'm saying? He was playing with LeBron and D Wade. But let me ask you a question. Would that have made a difference if Carmelo was there instead of Chris Bosh?
Like, would they have still had the same success?
No. What I mean, would it had a diminished Carmelo activity like it did Chris Bosh?
No, because I don't think so. I mean, he wouldn't score the points that he did, with Denver, but Melo would still find a way to, to fit in and still get his points.
I don't know. I still think that Carmelo still would kill him. I think it probably would have been a better fit because because of Carmelo mind state or how of a player he is, he wouldn't have took a seat back.
Nah.
Like, you get what I mean? Like, even when he went to go play with the Olympics, right?
Right.
Carmelo was the fucking guy on that fucking team.
Yes, he was.
For Carmelo, they most likely, if it wasn't for him and Kobe, they'd have lost.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because Kobe took a back seat. And he let Melo shine.
Right.
Like, he let I went back to look at the Olympics game. It's like, damn, Kobe really let Melo get his thing off. Like, he was really letting Melo get his thing off. You know what I mean? And Melo came off the bench and was killing them.
He was.
So I just think that they probably would have been better having Melo. Right? Like,
Possibly, or you could did Mel, or you could have made Melo like a 6 man.
nah, you couldn't have Melo coming off the bench not at that time. Not at that time. Not at that time talking. Melo was going into his prime.
That's true.
You couldn't have him going on. That's why it was shocking to me to see Bosch like kind of did what he did. Like, you know what I mean? Because he was in his prime.
Oh yeah, he was balling in Toronto.
Yeah, like motherfuckers act like he wasn't balling like the year before he got with, you know, with Miami. Like this dude was a superstar. He was a
Pretty
top
much.
10 superstar. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So I'm just trying to figure out, like, that's why I say a part of me look at LeBron with that. Like this shit was all circled around him. You get what I mean? And then when he couldn't do nothing, then Dwayne Wade had to pick him up and shit. Dwayne Wade had to come pick him up, let me come do this for you and shit. You ain't never seen that with Kevin Durant though.
and then Wade handed the keys to LeBron.
Right. It like just think about it. When KD came in with Golden State, right? They were already won a championship. They was
Right.
already like, you know what I mean? You had motherfuckers that already had that lifestyle. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
KD came in, KD fitted in, but at the same time, when that shit was about that money, it was KD. Everybody knew he was the guy.
Definitely.
Like you seen it. You knew he was the best player on a team.
Right.
LeBron, when he went to Miami, dude, yeah, you know, statistically, yes, he was, but he ain't looked like he was the best player to me because he had to weigh on a bad fucked up knees, you know, Dwayne Wade. You know what I'm saying? And then Chris Bosh, like you made him take so much of a back seat of a third wheel that you mentally fucked his game up.
Yeah,
You
he
know what
was
I'm
just
saying?
yeah, he just ended up being limited to a defender.
Yeah, that's why
Pretty
that's
much.
that's why I wouldn't even think that the Miami Heat would beat Kevin Durant and the Warriors when it was Steph Curry and them. Cause Clay still was Clay, nigga.
Oh yeah,
You get what I'm saying? Like
definitely.
Clay was still Clay. Clay was still out that bitch dropping. Like it wasn't like Clay was down to 15 points a game. Clay was still dropping 20 something a game.
Yeah, to me it was more like it's like Clay sacrificed his game for the team once KD got there because KD was gonna get most of the shots.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think Clay sacrificed his game at all. I don't think he did. Dude, I didn't see like you go back look at them years that they was together. Listen, this dude that ain't wasn't that one year that he had dropped with KD. He had dropped 60 in a quarter. I mean in a half. Wasn't that around that time?
Or was that before KD?
I swore it was around when he was with when it was KD. He dropped 60. Like yo, listen, man. I think the only person that took a step back in their game, if you want to say somebody took a step back in their game, was Steph.
True.
I think that. I don't think Clay took a step back. Clay still was
Yeah,
Clay.
yeah. Steph definitely took a step back in his.
Mm-hmm. But it was good for him to take a step back
Right.
because you had another nigga that's at that time, if you wanted to think that he was equal to you or at least a little better than you, right? Go ahead.
And
Go
that
ahead.
way Steph didn't have all that have all that pressure leading the team.
Yeah, and then you gotta understand the one thing about Steph that people don't want to focus on, and he my favorite player in the league, but uh he wasn't consistent.
True.
Like, you know what I mean? Not in those big moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of people don't understand that about him. Like, they just try to go past that shit. He wasn't consistent, so he kind of needed KD. That's why they
Right.
got KD, because it wasn't because LeBron was that much better than him. It was just because he wasn't consistent.
Right. Because look at that 2015 finals. The first three games, for the most part, Steph didn't perform well.
At
He
all.
started to get it going in the last few minutes of game three. And
Mm-hmm.
then the last three games, he was great.
Right.
Those final three games, Steph played out of his mind.
Yeah, but it was a little too late after that. Because
Yeah, even though they won.
Yeah, but but Kyrie, when they lost that year, they lost. Kyrie was hot, dude, and
Oh yeah,
it wasn't no like stopping him. He was coming to being Kyrie, and LeBron was LeBron. Like, so, like I said, and everybody go, oh, they blame Draymond. Draymond is a motherfucking overachiever. Fuck out of here, dude. Like, no, Clay was still Clay. The reason they lost is because Steph Curry wasn't. He was inconsistent.
especially in that game seven.
Nigga, he was inconsistent from game 3.
That's true.
Like, he played good the first 2.5 games. After that, he was inconsistent after that.
Right,
Like, so, like, that's why I say that Clay ain't better than AI. It's the only reason. And he had a great year this year. But look what he did. Again, you going against John Morant, the fucking Grizzlies. They ain't that fucking better than you. They ain't
right.
that better than you. But he's inconsistent. And like I said, you can say that, okay, because Clay wasn't there. I get it. You know what I mean? But
Well,
you ain't better than John Morant.
I mean, to me, I think Steph did his thing against the Grizzlies. He balled out. It was everybody else that didn't show up.
But that happens though, right? But I didn't see where this is where I separate those top 5 greats from motherfuckers like Steph Curry and them, right? Or even that top 10, right?
Right.
If that was Kobe, fuck out the way. Fuck out the way. And it wouldn't have been nobody on that team outplay Kobe.
Oh yeah, Kobe would have been balling.
He'd have been balling. Nigga, every come down, give me the ball. Or nigga, I'm coming down with the ball. One or the other.
Right.
Decide what you want to do, but I'm getting the ball. Right?
Definitely.
It's something different. That's why I keep telling people it was something different about the Kobe's, the Michaels, the Magics. You know what I'm saying? It was different. It was something different about those dudes.
Yeah.
When you see like Steph, I love Steph. It's my favorite player in the league. He ain't got that.
Right.
LeBron ain't got that either. You get what I'm saying? He doesn't got it. The only reason LeBron even in my top 10 is because his stats. And yeah, he a great player, but he don't have that in him. He'll never be in my top 5 because he doesn't have that. Like, nigga, I never seen a game where I say, you know what? I'm putting my money on LeBron. He gonna take this game over. It's all LeBron. Never thought any game I ever played him in. I never thought that, even to this day.
Really?
Yeah, listen. I don't see it. It's not in him. He doesn't have that that Michael, Kobe, Magic type shit in him. Seriously, he doesn't. And mind you, Magic wasn't a scorer.
Right.
but he had that it. He had
Yeah,
that.
Magic wanted to kill you with the pass more than the scoring.
Yeah, imagine had to play, he had to score. He scored. If that's what it
That's
meant,
true.
like it's that extra shit when chips fall down, when they get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, you know Magic gonna be like, fuck that shit, give me the ball.
Right.
Kobe, same thing, give me the ball. Michael, give me the ball. My hand less. Just straight assassins. When it needs to be counted, like when you see shit falling apart. Like LeBron got a great IQ, right? When it comes to the game of basketball, he's an all around, probably one of the all around best players you will ever see.
Definitely.
But he missing that one thing. When all that IQ, all them skills, you get what I mean? All your athletic shit. When it comes down to it, do he got that shit? Give me the ball. Everybody get the fuck out of the way. I go 3, 4, 5 niggas on me. You seen that from Mike? You seen that from Kobe? And you damn sure seen that from Magic. I ain't never seen that from motherfucking LeBron James. He been passive when it comes down to those moments. And talking to me, you seen it, bro. You know he ain't got that thing in him. You know he ain't got that thing in him. You know it. Tell the truth, bro.
Yeah, to me, this has always been my take with LeBron. LeBron wants to be more of the facilitator than the scorer.
But no, but listen, that is fine. That's okay though, talking. Cause Magic was that. I'm talking about when shit boils down, there's no second guessing Magic. You ain't gonna be like, oh, Magic ain't gonna take the last shot. Magic, you know Magic gonna go hard. When shit get real hard, he gonna do it. I just think that like it's this part of the IQ of being selfish, right? That you need
Yeah.
to be an assassin,
Yeah,
right?
LeBron. Yeah, see, that's the point. LeBron's more selfless.
Right.
And a lot of people all and especially early in his career, a lot of people felt he should be more selfish. But that's just not in his DNA.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, because people were talking that shit. That's why I put Tim Duncan in my top 5. Like, niggas ain't think that about Tim, but if you go back and watch the games about Tim, what he did, oh, Tim was that. Tim had that switch that he would
Yeah,
that you know what I mean, that would click like Tim time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how
right.
Dame come out that Dame time. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But but you got the one thing about that, having that switch, you still gotta be smart, right?
right,
LeBron, when that switch hit for him, a lot of the time, his basketball IQ goes out of the window. You get what I mean? Because it's something that he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that switch. So when he tries to be something that he's not and that he doesn't have, right? Which is a top 5 great, right? An assassin type shit, he lose all respective of like, nigga, don't know. It doesn't matter if you make the right pass or not, right? Sometimes you'll just take the fucking shot, bro, and live with that. I think people probably would respect LeBron more if he just would take a lot of those shots instead of passing them. See, that was the great thing about Kobe, Michael, and Magic. They would take those shots and say, I took it though. And I'll be and the next game come, if I'm in that same situation, I'm gonna take that same shot. LeBron don't think like that, bro. And that's
yeah.
what separates him from the greats.
To
What
me,
time?
it see,
Go ahead.
to me, it seems like he only does it when more like when his back is against the wall.
No, I don't even think it's that. I think he's more of an assassin when he's up. When the game is close like that, you don't see that with LeBron. Really, not like that. And then when you do, like I said, when you do see him do that, his basketball IQ goes out of the way because he don't know how to be an assassin. So he start fucking up. Like he took that one fucking shot, and if it wasn't for Ray Allen, because he wasn't supposed to take that fucking shot. He was supposed to just like watch the field. I mean, watch the court, make a move, and go in there and then make a decision. But he decided to
Right,
take
either
the shot.
pass or go inside.
Right. But he decided to take the fucking three instead of going in there and drive, and then maybe you could make the layup or look for the pass. They're going to double team you. But that's why I said his
Right.
IQ goes away when he tries to be this aggressive person that he's not. Because he doesn't have it regardless. It's not in him. You get what I mean? So that's all I be saying. And fuck LeBron when it comes to basketball player. Fuck that nigga. What time the game start?
It starts at 7:30.
All right, we're gonna try to come over. What game is that?
That's the Nets and the Nets and the Celtics.
All right, I'll be over there halftime. We'll be over there halftime. We'll do one more live stream, then we're gonna be over there halftime. Plus, I got
All right, Kenny.
real quick. I got
All
you,
right.
bro.
See you.
All right, people. We're gonna get out here. We're gonna come right back. You know what I'm saying? Be back in about 20 minutes or something like that. I gotta run to the store real quick, but we'll be right back. Leave your comments, hit that like button. Support your boy. It's your boy Kenny, man. Peace and love to the world.
Do you have an opinion? Do you want to be heard? Are you coming with real talk? Do you want to have an open and honest conversation? Opinions, but facts is where it's at. Ran by our man Kenny. Nothing's off the table. Sports, real life, politics, and everything in between. Join the most interactive channel. Real talk from real people, keeping it 100. Be heard. Don't let your voice go silent.